welcome back, everyone, to Mummy's Mask. It's been a hot minute here, so just a little bit of a general refresher. In our last session, and before that, our group of adventurers all came to the city of Wati here in the land of Osirion at the Crook, or at the conjoining of the Crook and Asp rivers in order to participate in the reopening of tombs and necropolis and other cultural sites throughout the region for adventurers to explore, pilfer treasure from, and help vitalize the economy and cultural identity of the land. Here in Wati, it is one of the later places to open up for visitation, with the city's connection to the goddess Pharasma and the necropolis that has so long stood as really a major part of the city's identity. There is pushback for quite some time on actively opening and allowing strangers to explore. Unfortunately, the central government kind of forced the matter on them, and that brought us to today, where numerous adventuring groups have participated in a grand lottery, receiving a selection of randomized locations within the necropolis for which can explore, destroy any undead, of course, pilfer any treasures they find, either keep them for themselves or sell them to various shops within the city to earn coin, getting up potentially bigger and more dangerous locations with each location. Using that word a lot. You all are among the most competent adventuring groups who managed to finish their explorations of their first specified area in one day and already have received a second building to explore. In your case, it is this house, a manor belonging to the Pentheru family, what seems to be a wealthy merchant family from back in the day. You all made your way into the necropolis after a night of drinking and celebration, getting to know a bit of the other adventuring parties, and met at the gate a new individual by the name of Silas, who was here ostensibly to take care of some evil that seems to be nesting in this place that has been bothering the citizens of the city. You all decided to join up a little bit, work together in order to explore and deal with this. Of course, both of you realistically having different goals at the end of the day, but we'll see what direction that takes us. You have dealt with quite a number of skeletons, a few death dogs at this point, made friends with a snake, and destroyed a sandman that was masquerading as a spirit of the house. You have yet to check out sort of the foyer and the upstairs, but heading out into the western garden, you saw the massive centipede and decided to ignore it before entering what appeared to be a family crypt and making your way down into the depths. Came across a strange sort of creature appearing, for all intents and purposes, to be a mummified undead body, but was in fact not undead, instead some creature masquerading as that. Used its body to find a trap on the stairs, ingeniously designed to activate and set itself when the bottom step is pressed down, but then not actually stab out and attempt to kill anyone until the top step is then pressed. Rolling the corpse down definitely activated it, and you all have noted which step is dangerous such that you will not be at risk of it. before making your way deeper into the depths of this crypt and coming across swarms of undead, mummified cats known as ubashki. Thankfully, you all managed to defeat them, and that brings us to where we are now. It is pretty late in the afternoon, a bit after 5 p.m., as you guys have finished defeating these undead and yet have further investigations to do. We do unfortunately have Nahamura and Sahara stepping away from the party at this point. They are going to remain with you guys, at least for the rest of your adventuring day. They're not going to just disappear and abandon you, but likely come the end of the day or the end of your investigations into this place, they will have other business call them that they must attend to. So, all of that being said, what would you guys like to do?
Yes, finish exploring this little tomb here.
Seeds down this way, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, making your way into this much more open space. You guys have already seen it slightly. It definitely appears to be an unfinished crypt, even less so than the Tomb of Akhmentepe that had an addition that had begun to be worked on. This is a wholly unfinished area. The ceiling and walls are tiled with stone, but the ground remains bare earth. There are a few like stone benches here and there set against the walls with torch sconces mounted up as well, none of which currently have torches within them. And the beginnings of several like shallow, rough passages have definitely been started along the walls, but excavations seem to end pretty quickly in each of them. What's most interesting, probably, is the short flight of steps at the southern end of the room, descending to a set of double stone doors.
Well, yep. Yeah.
Sure. All right.
And take a better look around. Perception roll.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and give me a perception if you want to take a bit more of a look around. Let's see. I mean, the space itself is pretty empty. There is not much to see as far as you can tell. The doors are unadorned, simply made out of stone, and everywhere else is just bare, untouched. It's not particularly interesting to look upon.
Well, double check these doors.
Yeah, they do
we-
not appear to be trapped.
Are they locked?
No.
Okay.
Big open doors.
Listen to the other side just to make sure, just double check, make sure there's nothing else hiding in here.
You do not hear anything.
Okay. I'll look over at Nevsu and
He's already pushing a door open.
yeah.
Fantastic.
Like, oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. You open the door into an actually finished room. Relatively large and simple, though. There are a pair of like lacquered benches running parallel to the walls on the eastern and western, hieroglyphs lining the walls of the chamber, stone torch holders set in the four corners, and of course, most importantly, the stone platform at the southern end of the room with a sarcophagus lying atop it.
quick scan.
All looks good.
Moving in. said there's hieroglyphs on the sarcophagus.
They are on the walls.
Okay. If I do a bit of quick reading, any history, anything interesting?
Go ahead. Give me a just generally quick society lore or society check, just to see what you gather. You do speak the language, of course, but I just want to see at a quick glance what you get.
Not much.
Not much. At a quick glance, it appears to generally tell the story of specifically Pentheru the Younger. It has a few notes, like starting with his father's elevation to nobility, his subsequent death, and the Younger's inheritance of his father's title and lands.
Cool. Nebsu, would you like to help me with the lid?
Certainly. Might as well take the lid off.
Absolutely. The lid itself, the lid itself is actually decently impressive. It bears the likeness of a man. It's inlaid with gemstones and trimmed with gold. As you open the sarcophagus, there is a mummified figure of a man wearing a beautiful funerary mask atop their head, with a few other things that definitely are kind of strange. Namely, a reed container laying next to the body with an alchemical symbol atop it, and on the other side of the body, a mummified house cat.
Should we like their kitties here?
They had so many. What else were they going to do with them?
Mm-hmm. The extent of what we are morally allowed to take, I guess. I guess document everything and take what we can.
Yeah, basically, as
Take what
long
we
as you
can while still being able to sleep at night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Depends for your group, but as long as you treat the body with respect, you guys are effectively able to take whatever you wanted. You are
Sweet.
even allowed to take things like the funerary mask for mummies, if you so desire. Like you could pry the gems and gold leaf off of the sarcophagus lid. If anyone wanted to take a closer look at like the mummified cat or that alchemical container on the sides, you could certainly do that. While people are documenting.
Yeah, we can certainly take a look at that container.
Yeah. I will say, Usala,
Is
are
that
you
crafted?
detecting magic still?
Typically.
You do detect magic after the sarcophagus lid opens.
Ooh, only after it opens.
Yes.
Interesting.
Only after it opens.
Remind me how identifying an item works.
You spend 10 minutes, unless you have quick
I'm gonna spend-
identification.
I do not.
Okay.
Um,
What would you like to try and identify?
did we take the mask from the last guy, or did we leave it with him? I think someone's wearing it, actually.
There was a mask, but his actual funerary mask you guys left, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we leave the funerary mask like we did the last one and take everything else. And I think he
Yes.
likes his cats, so maybe leave the mummified cat.
And Akentepe's tomb, you chose to leave his mask and actually the gold leaf on his sarcophagus as well.
Yeah, that just seems tacky. Like, just skim the gold off his coffin with a knife.
You are
my
better than
something
most
would take a while.
adventurers if you're not taking it.
Yeah. Can you do like an appraisal for like how much we would actually get from taking the gold leaf?
Yeah, anyone who wants to do that can go ahead and give me a society check.
Like 100 gold pieces. We go back to the other one and take it back.
Yeah.
You guys are never going to come across that much wealth right now. On Nemsu, taking a general look, I mean, this funerary mask, you would probably appraise at around 15 gold. The gold leaf on the sarcophagus lid would probably amount in total to around 5 gold. All the semi-precious stones, if you pried them off, you'd be looking at somewhere a little above 10 gold for them.
Waste not, what not. So, get to popping those gemstones off. I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, what do I think inside the coffin might be magical besides the mask and the cap?
There is a small vial as well, but that has a very clear alchemical symbol on it.
Yeah.
So that is
I'm not seeing
unlikely to
anything
be
else.
magical.
Can I like check his pockets?
He's
Is
a
he wearing
mummy.
What's he wearing? The mummy. Okay.
He's wearing
Wrapped.
cloth. Yeah, he's
The, like,
wrapped.
ceremonial robes. Okay. I'll identify the cap.
Okay.
Would an undead lord give me an idea of the places they would put? Because I know they used to put amulets and gemstones and things like that on certain spots on mummies. Like, would that what kind of check would that be? Well, I also have ancient Osirion.
I would say in this case, that's probably going to be just a general perception check to see if you find anything like that
Okay,
here.
I do want that blind.
Yes, of course. Always and forever.
Always.
You do not notice anything in the bandages or otherwise that would denote something else of value here.
Okay.
So, while Amenemsu is getting to work, at least popping out the semi-precious stones, and Usala is beginning to identify, see if this mummified cat is perhaps magical, Nebsu and Silas, what are the two of you doing?
I think Nepsu will just watch behind us.
Okay.
I think Silas, I mean, he's not here for treasure, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, not like, I mean, sure, whatever, but, just in terms of, he's known you guys, what, like 45 minutes? He's probably just lightly, like, fanning himself and using his kinesis to generate fresh air, since I imagine it's pretty stale down here, and just kind of,
Very much
looking, like, not amused, but, like, I think he would probably find the mercurial spirit that you guys have, novel at least to him, but yeah, I mean, this isn't why he's here, so
Sure.
like, but yeah, he's cool just to hang out. There's enough threats, so yeah, probably keeping an eye out, but not like super concerned.
Fair enough. Usala, go ahead and give me that recall knowledge roll to identify. Here.
Is that basic action?
Basic action macros, yeah.
There we go. That's looking good.
Fantastic. You actually, the cat is magical. You
Magic
are
cat.
able to confirm. Specifically, this is something known as a mummified guardian. I don't know why I'm set on blind GM roll. A mummified guardian. It is an actual house cat, mummified, filled with sand. However, they are created to preserve the corpse they are interred with and act as a guardian against grave robbers and looters, typically causing anyone else to flee in terror. Granted, this one has effectively been used. Most of the magical energy within it has been drained, and thus it's only worth about 10 gold.
So someone else has tried to break in here before.
No, it simply uses that magic when it is interred. I also just forgot to have you guys roll a save when you opened the sarcophagus. That's on me. I was like, oh yeah,
We
I've got this
all
mummified
passed.
guardian here, and I know that it's been used.
They did use the
It's
protection already. No.
beepity. It's supposed to activate on you guys. Oops. Whoopsie
We're on easy
daisy.
mode from the after the break.
I know.
It killed Sahara and the other guy.
Look, you guys didn't think to heal up before coming in here. What did you expect from me? Me to be that mean?
Yes.
Oh shoot, yeah, no kidding.
One of the nice things that's sort of buried there in the text is that the mummified guardian will infuse a corpse with vitality energy, preventing that corpse from being transformed into an undead while the guardian remains in contact with it.
Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. This corpse, having been used, is only worth about 10 gold at this point. However, a ready-to-go mummified guardian that has the energy and can still be active would be more of a third-level item and would be worth about 35 gold. But even after use, it still has some value to people who care. Amanemsu, you were picking out the semi-precious stones, correct?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Are you guys choosing to leave behind the gold leaf and the funerary mask still?
That's up to them.
Masters, since we've been doing that.
Okay. And the gold leaf? Are we taking that or leaving it?
Just
Said
seem
10.
chintzy. Yeah.
What did we say?
Sounds like-
10 gold for that?
The gold leaf is only worth about 5 gold in total.
That's just not worth the effort.
Yeah. How much work would we end up
Okay. Fair enough.
priorities? Besides, I'm pretty sure Silas is is chomping at the bit to try and go back upstairs. So
All right. Are you guys taking that tube of alchemical something or other?
Yes.
yes, yeah.
Cool.
Is it likely we can like? So if we pay someone to identify it, would that make a profit in us then selling it to the person?
I mean, you may or may not lose money if you do that. You guys do ostensibly have a alchemist toolkit in the party stash that Sahara was holding on to, so you can attempt to identify it yourselves by anyone who is at least trained in crafting.
I am trained in crafting. Okay.
So that would be something
give it a shot.
Amanemsu is able to identify. If you guys want to do that now or later is up to you.
I could take a second, or just 10 minutes.
600 seconds.
Maybe.
Should be blind. You effectively just use recall knowledge for it.
Oh, oops.
Because I can, in fact, lie to you.
Basic magic.
Basic action acros.
Where it is. Recall knowledge. There you go.
Fantastic. Yeah. It takes you a couple minutes to identify it. You open the tube up, take a lick. It's salt in there. But they have been treated, and after confirming it, these are timeless salts that you can sprinkle onto an object that's pretty big, and it will preserve for 1 week. So,
Instant jerky.
yep, that's what it's used for.
So some things from spoiling, what are some things from like melting?
In what sense? Like a cube of ice from melting?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Uh, that's actually a really good question. Its wording is that the object doesn't decay. So I would say it can still change state of matter.
Okay.
Um, that is an interesting idea, though, using that to preserve things like ice.
We do live in a desert.
We do live in a desert. Unfortunately, timeless salts are pretty fucking expensive for the normal person to make use of, so...
How much could we sell them for? Oh, 14 T's.
Yeah, they cost 14
interesting.
gold.
Yeah.
So... it will sell them for slightly less than that, but... it is not something your average person could finance. Alright, but with that, you guys have certainly found a corpse and looted it of its majority of its wealth, some of its wealth. The question of what to do and where to go from here is up to you. You do still have the entire second floor of the house to explore. It's about 5:30 at this point in the afternoon, so it is beginning to get a bit late.
I don't think we... Did we check out all the way in this...
That is where one
No,
of
wait.
the cats were.
Yeah, but we didn't actually check it after
Oh, okay.
killing the stuff. I don't know if there's anything over there or not.
You did not technically fully
Hey.
check it out.
So the cats come in these little pockets. In the wall?
They were sort of hiding in them, yeah. They are unfinished passageways that the
Okay.
cats were just sort of hiding in.
Were these cats those little animated more of those little animated things, or are they something else?
They're something else. Mummified guardians are cats that were mummified and then specifically treated to become mummified guardians. Ubashki are a... they are truly undead, but are still oftentimes used as guardians of some sort, but not controlled.
Leap.
No, he remembered to jump over the trap. Curses! How dare you do this to me?
Hey, I got knocked unconscious by that thing last time.
I know. I just wanted to hit someone with it. It's so much damage. Actually, not a ton of damage,
wait, we
but...
could have led the stupid cats up here and dropped the thing on their head. That would have been so funny.
And jump over.
Could Nahamara cast light on me, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Nahamura does not have light.
Somebody did.
Sahara does.
Okay.
There you go. And my teleport point should actively be working now, so if you step there, haha, I made it work.
Oh, it has a little sound effect. Ugh.
Got teleported back.
That was farther down the stairs than I expected it to be. Oh, it's so fucking bright.
It's so bright when you step outside into bright light with light
Oh
on
my
yourself.
Centipede's still just chilling.
Yeah, it appears to just generally be sort of chilling in that old pool bed.
It can live its best life in that pool.
The centipede, or the centipede, the scorpion, and the snake, you guys are just letting live. They're
Sounds
just
like
chill
Based off the
guys.
table.
I mean, what are the odds there's like treasure buried in that random pool under the giant snake?
Certainly very small. I should ask, before you guys progress any further, since it looks like we are preparing to head upstairs, one, Silas, would you be giving out any healing to the group during these last, 20 minutes or so?
I'm sure if they.
Oh yeah, I'm down
They
to
want it.
8. I guess I can run medicine checks since I am trained, but I don't have a whole lot of willpower.
So a couple of you
Look at
guys
these-
are
look at these big heels.
decently injured still. Fantastic.
If it's been like 20 minutes. I guess
Yeah, you could do 2 rolls per person.
Okay.
Alright, let's treat wounds.
So
That's probably enough for. Well, I guess I don't know much.
Yeah, I'm still the first year.
yeah, Amanamsu, go ahead and take that 7 healing, and that puts you
Ooh,
1 off of max,
yes.
I believe.
Well, okay. Well, then
Yes.
you'll be capped with the leg spud. Then there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Like a poor man's lay on hands.
It's
And
not that poor. Jeez.
I suppose I should also confirm at this point what exploration action everyone is taking, and get any relevant rolls for that.
Attacked magic.
So I was doing a void notice.
There we go.
Though I suppose I should probably just be doing scout at this point.
Search or seek, I think.
Sounds good. Silas, that is up to you if you want to be
No, it's still
scouting
avoid notice.
or avoiding notice.
Yeah, well, that's where I get all my natural ones is avoiding notice. Appreciate it.
Hey, gets them out of the way from the important times.
Never successfully stealth. So.
Uh-huh.
Oh, except that one time, I guess, when then everybody lost track of me.
Well, anyone who is searching is welcome to go ahead and roll that avoid notice or search rolls. I'll go ahead and unpause. Fantastic. Well, I got good news for you, Silas. You're avoiding at least one person's eyes right now. Mayhaps even 2.
Great, people in the party, perfect.
Most importantly, you're avoiding your own eyes.
Oh, great.
You can't see where
You
you're
go lose track
going.
of yourself. You're just staring up at the ceiling.
Okay. Very, very interesting. Amanemsu and Usala.
Hello.
As you guys begin heading towards the parlor, which, I mean, it's one of the bigger rooms here. Large staircase leading up to the 2nd floor, sand and dust covering the floors like everything else. Painted columns standing in most of the corners, but a large number of bits of broken wood, shattered pottery, disintegrating fabric, all just sort of littering the perimeter of the room. Both of you clock something in that room, but for different reasons. Usala, you're clocking magic. Amanemsu, where everywhere else has been relatively stale air, very little movement, as you are looking into this room, an almost heated breeze sort of tickles the back of your neck and sends a bit of a shiver down your spine.
Which room was that again?
This room, the room you guys haven't explored yet.
Can you ping that again? This one.
This room.
And
Oh, okay.
Amademsu will kind of point it out. Well, there's the stairs.
Is the magic coming from up the stairs or like the base, like in this actual
You
room?
can't tell that.
If I walk
I'm
15
not
feet
gonna
back.
let you do that. I'm not gonna let triangulating detect magic anymore because it makes my brain hurt.
Yeah.
You know there's magic in this room. That's the best you're getting.
Magical stairs.
But as you guys step into the room,
Quick. Oh no. Shit, I didn't do my job.
the room shifts as you all step in here. A warm wind sort of blows past all of you, almost forcing you to close your eyes as it whips up a bunch of sand and dust and stings at your face. When you open your eyes once more, the room is both the same but quite different. The floor is swept clean of sand and dust. The paint on the pillars and walls has yet to fade, and the furniture stands beautiful and new, undestroyed as you saw it just a moment ago. There are two other figures in the room with you as well. At a sort of divan over on the southern edge of the room, there is a young man clasping the hands of a young woman, sort of speaking quietly to each other in ancient Osiriani. Which, hey ho, I believe everyone speaks still. Fantastic. It is... Yeah. Before I do anything about those two figures, does anyone do anything when the room shifts to become like this?
There's another haunt. 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 Oh shit.
You suddenly
He's
recognize the
just gonna
breeze you
stand
felt.
still and just wait for it.
Okay.
It's like, ah, crap. I did it again.
Anyone else? Because all of you are seeing this.
I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah, not much to do here.
Just strap yourself in,
just wait and
boys.
see.
Just walk into a room, see the entire scene shift, and just go, huh, neat.
I mean, Silas has seen many a mirage out in the desert. So.
You know what? Fair enough. You got me there. As you watch, the two figures speaking with each other are very clearly a young couple, but the young man appears to be panicking a bit. He frantically, as he's grasping the hands of the young woman, his eyes are wide and he is freaking out over the fact that he can't find the ring he bought her anywhere.
Oh no.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
She left it at her lover's place.
To which the young woman is actually quite calm in response, comforting him, helping him calm down. But you do catch her mention saying, "It's not the right time to tell my family yet." The conversation progresses for a few more sentences before, the young man stands up a bit before sitting down with the young woman, and you hear him say, "Come with me, Arasati. Come across the river, we'll be safe." To which she responds, "Not just yet, darling. My father says we'll be safe here. You go. When all this is over, you can come back for me, and we'll announce our engagement then."
Sounds like a death flag.
What are you talking about? The man doesn't collapse the next moment. He actually legitimately does. He stands up, almost tries to stand her up as well, but you notice his legs falter and he collapses to the ground. His eyes shut. The young woman panics, kneels down, puts a hand on his forehead, and just starts freaking out at that point. And the next moment, the entire vision fades, and you are back in the parlor, as it is in your memory.
Okay. Hello, ghosts. Can we help you with some unresolved business?
There is no response as you call that out.
A vision of the past.
How strange.
But a
I'm
lot
still
of that
detecting magic.
lately.
You are still detecting magic, Usala.
Okay.
Search the room then.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a perception check. No yawning. How dare you be tired?
Oh my goodness, it's been a long day.
Okay. You guys actually end up finding a couple different things around here that definitely have value.
One
Like
of them a
there's...
ring. That'd be really fitting if it's a ring.
Can you stop calling me out on things? Hey, friend. Knock it off. I was going to get to that.
You didn't invite the adventure path. That's okay.
I just went along with how fucking easy it is to figure this stuff out.
Is there a ring buried in the sand?
Maybe. There is some of the regular stuff you find that's just like buried in some of the debris and sand. There's a beautiful like small vase, pretty ornate looking, that has stood the test of time and has a tiny bit of value. There's a tarnished silver serving tray and a silver anklet set with tiny gems and a little ankh charm. All small, little bit of value to each, but hey, that's money, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Amanemsu, you are the one, as everyone else is finding these things, to find a pretty simple, worn-out engagement ring with an inscription on the inner band that says Araseti. And as you pick it up, you are able to confirm that there is a tiny hint of magical energy leaking from it. Or as you notice it, maybe you don't pick it up, I don't know. Who am I to judge?
Yeah, I'm not so good at magic, but I would show it to Usala and let him assess it for himself as well.
I will identify this object.
Yeah, if you guys want to spend 10 more minutes down here, you are welcome to do that.
Do you need me to roll it?
Of course.
Okay.
You think I'm just
if I
going to
get
let
a
you
1, you get to lie to me.
really identify something?
Yeah.
Goodness. You give me too much credit. I would never be that nice. In this case, well, I'm not going to lie to you. You simply are uncertain. It is definitely magical as you take a look at it half buried in the sand. You can feel the magical energy from it. However, you are unable at this sort of quick glance to determine what sort of enchantment may be attached to it.
Powerful magic.
Certainly a possibility. You are welcome to take it if you would like, but I suppose you can also just leave it here.
We'll add it to the
Just rebury it in the sand. Someone else will find
inventory.
it.
I may be showing my hand a little bit slightly when I ask this, but it does matter. Who's the one picking the ring up?
I think Amanimsu, since he found it, would pick it up and give it to Osala to look at.
Fantastic. Would you mind giving me a fortitude save?
Oh, no.
Blind,
I
please,
would
so you don't know
love
the
to.
result.
All right.
He must be proposing to Zala.
Yep, the ghost is proposing to you.
No, he's proposing
Oh.
to Zala as he hands
Oh,
the
that
ring.
too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ooh,
There you go.
Amenemsu, what a roll.
1 till I got a 5, right?
Not a 1, actually.
Wow.
Just a pretty darn good roll. For someone, I won't tell you who.
For you.
Maybe. Something we'll have fun remembering. How's that sound? You crit failed.
Oh no.
So,
You-
thankfully,
Oh, yeah.
you don't feel anything as you pick it up.
Cool.
As you pick up the ring, stow it in your pack, and you guys are free to continue as you see fit. And here. You guys are so fucking bright.
Yeah.
Thank you. I realized I was paused there. I was like, why aren't you moving?
I was about to make the in-character joke. Like, for some reason, I cannot.
Yeah.
Gather
You know,
your party
you're,
before venturing forth.
you make your way up the stairs to a small landing that then continues a bit higher up.
I'm gonna take a look around before I go on keeping,
Sure.
in case we saw something.
Yeah. From where you are, there's not a ton to see. Nebsu, you
Is this
certainly-
like all walls then?
Yes,
Or,
these are
walls around?
large. Yeah, this is like a large set of wall. That's like a
Gotcha.
big.
Okay.
Basically, the big supports for the roof are here. Is it not letting you move up, Nebsu?
Yeah, I can't move up.
I can't
that
move
one
up here
square.
either.
Darn it! I tried to do something cool there where it would change your height a little bit, but that's okay. We'll just do that. Change your elevation. Change your elevation. I'll just move you guys manually. Don't you worry. I got you. Oh, ah!
Ah.
Perfect. Okay. As you guys make your way up these extra little flights of stairs onto the second floor proper, it is a pretty large balcony. Wrapping around that square opening down into the inner courtyard below, with a square skylight above in the center. There are numerous rooms, it seems, all connecting to this place. A couple different sets of doors, windows here and there providing some natural light and ventilation. Notably, as you round the corner slightly, Nebsu, you see that two of the doors are cracked open slightly.
Since I'm at these doors, I'm gonna take a listen.
Sure.
See if I hear anything on the side of them.
Yeah, putting your ear up against the door. What are you doing? You gave me an exploration action roll to use. I got so many dice already. Taking
The dice. Dice. The dice for days.
Usala, you're out in the fucking open. What are you leaning to look at?
Around this corner where he is.
Oh my goodness. For those of you who don't know, one of my fun little modules, if you hold Q and move your mouse, it will lean your camera. And don't do what Usala did and spam it because it annoys me.
Plays that nice
Oh,
little
weird.
sound
Okay,
effect.
now I'm curious.
It makes a little sound and puts a message in chat when you do it, which is great. But if you spam it, it spams that sound for me, and it's not fun.
Always lean responsibly.
I'm leaning.
Always lean responsibly, yes.
This is interesting.
It's a fun little thing. It's great for looking on the corner. Big thing to be aware of with that, I will not be able to see what you guys are seeing when you lean. I only have your normal token vision. So if you guys, there's a chance you'll like see something on the map that I then don't describe because I can't tell you can see it. So if you notice something, just let me know so I can then describe it. But when you lean up against this door and listen at it, Amenemsu, you hear the slightest sound of wind moving inside, as if there's like a small gusting of wind constantly beyond that
Wind
door.
elemental. We've had Earth, so now we gotta have.
Air, water, and fire.
There you go.
This little weird box thing has like
Complete the whole set.
There's a single section that has a wall.
Because
Little Dallas multipass.
I believe these are... They
Those
shouldn't have any
upstairs
site
there.
restrictions.
Just right there.
That
That
is-
one section.
Super duper strange. I think... Oh, you know what it is? It's because of the light situation, Usala. There's no light reaching that point right now because I think I have the walls set to restrict light based off of certain heights. Because I tried to design this being cool based off of token height, and Foundry decided to hate me, as per usual.
Oh, there we go.
So yeah, I will do no light restriction on there, and that should clear that up for you.
There we go. Okay.
So, darn, that was almost cool.
Do we investigate this wind?
Yeah, I'll mention that to everyone else. It seems like wind.
Is it a magical wind?
The door is shut.
Does it sound like anything we've ever heard before?
That's a good question. Give me a recall knowledge.
And it's not windy outside right now, right?
Mm-mm.
So it's not like just like the windows open.
We
Ooh, it's windy.
Hey, y'all, knock it off with the rolls.
No.
Thank you, Nepsu,
No.
keeping everyone else average.
I save my rolls for my katana. Or my,
for combat.
yeah.
Fair. Usala and Amenemsu, both of you can say with relative certainty this is not something you've heard before. You do not recognize the sound just based off of the sound.
Can you say that again?
You don't recognize it solely
Okay.
based off of the sound being made.
I'm
Maybe
going
once you
to
see something you'll note, but off of sound alone, you got nothing.
I'd like to try and stealthily open this door just a little bit.
Certainly, go ahead. I mean, that's going to be hard to do simply because you have these massive orbs of light following you.
Is there a keyhole?
No, actually. Otherwise, your light would already
Okay,
be
well, I
shining
guess
through
we're just gonna-
it. Like, you can
Just
certainly
go
try.
breaking down doors.
If you wanted to extinguish your light orbs,
Huzzah.
okay. Alrighty. The Nebsu classic.
After you, Nebsu.
I wasn't the one that opened that door.
I know.
I
Amenemsu
opened
was
this
going
door.
for it. I mean, I don't see anything strange going on here, do you guys?
Oh boy.
Hey.
As you push open the doors, doing so relatively slowly and attempting to go quietly until light begins to bleed into the room, and you go, oh, wait. We can't really stealth very easily when we're fucking glowing like the sun. And just sort of push the door open the rest of the way. It's a spacious room. You can see the doors to the east connect as well, so it's got two sets of doors into here. You see like the remains of a dresser, a large bed, a divan, all just in ruins. In the like corner of the ceiling over here is the husk of a large hornet nest. Just like gray and papery. No life currently. The north, east, and west corners appear to maybe have once been closets, but their doors have all but fallen off their hinges at this point, and there's just heaps of disintegrated fabric on the floor. There is, however, one thing that does stand in good condition. Against this wall, a lacquered dresser that would originally be covered in dust were it not for the large figure seemingly made out of air itself, currently floating in the air examining this dresser, a large blade at their hip, and just sort of like fingering their chin thoughtfully. If they noticed you're entering the room or opening of the doors, they do not respond to you.
Can I do a recall knowledge on this thing?
Yeah, I'll actually say, based off of yours and Usalo's recall knowledges from earlier, seeing it now, you are able to recognize a Jathum when you see one, which are effectively air elemental genies.
Cool. Do not talk about what you wish.
They are a type of djinn. You would actually know, generally, a regular Jathum would not be able to grant wishes. But
what is the wishing genie?
I was just getting about on the wish stuff.
Is it like a specific wishing genie, or
it
like
is
an ancient?
Yeah, it would typically be the sheiks of the genies are much higher level, gain some additional spells, and they have the ability to ritually cast wish 3 times per year.
So is it like a young adult ancient dragon situation, but for genies?
It's not necessarily based off of age. It's typically just
like
the older and wiser they are, the more likely they are, but it is the more powerful ones are the ones who are revered and have that sort of power. But there are many regular djinn creatures that do not have that ability to grant wishes. They can still definitely cast some pretty strong magic, just not wishes.
Be polite.
You guys would know that Jathum in particular are, relatively subtle and elegant creatures. They base themselves off of how the air itself moves. So.
You're pretty easygoing.
Can be.
Do we want to make contact with it, or do we want to shut the doors and leave it alone?
Yeah, I think we'll. I was gonna say hello and introduce myself. Amanemsu would, introduce himself. Hello there.
Well, hello. They will turn around and sort of turn their head first before their entire body does a 180-degree turn, sort of just pivoting in place as they turn to face you.
That's kind of like an owl, or?
Kind of, sort of, yeah. Head rotates, and then the rest of the body rotates to catch up. It's a little off-putting.
Yeah.
Well, to whom do I owe the pleasure?
Yes, my name is Amanemsu, and this is my merry band of compatriots. We're investigating this house, and we seem to have stumbled upon your, I don't know if you're calling this your home or if what your business is here, but this is that's all we're doing.
Oh, I'm simply a visitor. came in through the window like the wind. Figured I'd take a look around and make it on my way. Go elsewhere after this. No real, permanent place of residence.
Just go wherever the wind takes you, I guess. Seems like an interesting life.
It is quite fulfilling so far. Please, come in, come in. There's no need to stay outside. I'd say grab a seat, but, well, you can see the state of the furniture in here.
Waddle up to the chair in the corner.
I'll give a slight bow as I come in and say, Ancient Osirion, greetings, Ancient One.
Do you have any opposition to me taking a look at this rather interesting piece of furniture in the corner there?
First things first, she looks at you, Sala. I'm so sorry, I do not speak that tongue. You have to forgive
Common
me.
Osirion?
What is she speaking?
She's speaking just common Osiriani.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'll repeat my
Usala tried to be fancy.
greetings. Instead of ancient, I'll say greetings, esteemed one. Because apparently she's not ancient.
Greetings to you as well. And no need for formalities or the like between us. You wish to take a look at this piece of furniture? Certainly. I was taking a quick look at it myself. I'm surprised that it has survived the ravages of time. That so much else seems to have succumbed to here. By all means, come take a look.
Does seem something happened to the rest
Certainly.
of the
Well, thank
furniture
you.
in this room.
Well, it definitely
And-
hasn't done well with how long it's been here. But
And I'll go ahead and take a look while everyone else is watching my back.
yeah,
What's your back from over
absolutely.
here?
As you approach it, you very easily notice it's not an actual dresser. It's meant to look like a dresser with the front sort of carved to look like drawers, and it does have handles, but as you go to like pull one of the handles, it doesn't actually move.
He's going to, maybe a perception check or recall knowledge, or
Yeah. You felt like you could probably pull the entire thing, but it would require some effort. It's not attached to the wall at all. You can certainly give me a perception check or crafting check if you'd like.
We'll go for the +8.
Yeah. The entire thing seems to be carved to look like a dresser, but doesn't actually open. It's probably concealing something. But you would likely have to move the entire thing to figure out what that something is.
Okay. I'll look over at Nebsu and wave him over. I think this might be covering or obscuring something. Would you mind giving me a hand?
Oh, you noticed it seems fun? Must admit I noticed that as well. I was determining whether or not I should bother to try and move it when you all came in.
Oh, that's actually really good. Do I see any like switches or trips or anything like that that could be dangerous in
You
the
do
background?
not.
Okay. All right. I give a nod to Nebsu. My guy, that's good.
Yes, the party muscle will go ahead and
Mhm.
Yeah. As you guys start going through the effort of pulling this out and into the open, this Jathum will sort of watch you for a moment before turning again towards Silas and Usala. So, what brings you all here?
The Pharaoh has ordered the exploration of the ancient tombs.
Oh, is that the case? How interesting. It is And did you stumble into this place sort of randomly? Choose out of one of the many buildings in this necropolis?
We won its location in the lottery.
Oh, well
So it's
then.
ours to explore and ours alone.
Well, then I must apologize for apparently being the one to intrude upon your rightfully granted place of exploration. My sincerest apologies for that.
No,
Oh, I dare say that's no worry. There's no way you could have known. Actually, I believe Silas was looking for something else apart from what we were. Perhaps you might have have a little information on it.
I'm
Kind of the
so sorry.
proverbial nudge.
Have not gotten any of your names. Which one of you might be Silas?
Oh,
That's me.
Well,
think it's
hello,
the green one.
Silas.
What is?
Is that
Is that-
true?
A creature of some kind. And he like holds up his hands like about like a head shape, you know. Like, it flies, I believe. Its home is here.
How interesting. Well, I can't say I've come across anything like that so far. This is the first room I had planned to explore, though, so I haven't done much looking around.
we had to fight off a bunch of severed heads. That was rather fun.
Oh. Well. I feel a little bad I took the easy route in then, I suppose.
No,
Flying
that's
does,
all fair. It's all fair.
Flying does seem to have its advantages.
It does indeed. It, well, makes getting wherever you're trying to go much, much quicker. So. And what about the rest of you? What might your names be? I know Silas now, but I mean, if you're planning on speaking to each other by name or about each other, then I don't want to be caught off guard again.
I could have sworn Amanemsu would have had mentioned his name, but he will introduce himself.
It's a pleasure.
Usala.
Well met, Usala. And the well-armored strong one, how about you? What might your name be?
This is Nebsu. He's not much for talking, I guess.
He's only understanding every few words.
He's doing his best.
Oh well, he mostly only understands ancient Osirion.
Oh. Well, my sincerest
But he's
apologies.
learned.
As I am unfamiliar with that tongue myself. I've only recently come to the universe, and thus I figured I'd start with the more modernly used languages before working my way backwards.
Sensible approach.
I try.
Where do you hail from?
Oh, well, the Plane of Air. Lovely little place. Do visit if you get the chance.
What brought you to the
Enter
plane?
airdrop.
The plane of Earth? What is our?
The general term used for your plane of existence these days, from what I've been informed, is
Keeps changing.
the universe is what it is simply called.
That is a terrible name for it, I'm afraid.
Well, I wasn't the one to determine it, so... I mean, I hail from a place simply called the Plane of Air. It's quite a bit of a boring description if you really think about it. At around this time, Nebsu and Amenemsu, the two of you, have pulled the dresser fully off of the wall and out into the opening, and back where it was atop a small little ledge that was entirely hidden by this false dresser is a bronze chest with a large sort of, not padlock, but a very clear like keyhole on it.
Huh, rather interesting. Does it appear to be trapped or on any
So
switches or anything like that?
paranoid. You do not notice any sort
You
of
get me
trap
well
or
enough with
anything.
the haunts.
I even warned you there was something with the other one.
Yeah.
You do not notice anything that seems to be trapped about it. It's a bronze chest, lid closed and latched shut, with a keyhole there. It's very likely been locked, but you don't, of course, know for certain.
Okay. We'll go ahead and try to pick that lock.
Okay. Sure. Go for it.
Ooh, that is a blind, right? Thievery?
Nope, does not need to be blind. It is just a public thievery check.
Cool.
Funny enough, it is a manipulate action, so if my Jathum had reactive strike here, I could obliterate you.
Well, he also walked
Probably.
right by him, so
The
Level
downs
10 Jethun fighter.
the downside of locks in Pathfinder is they do typically require multiple successes to manage to get through to sort of represent getting all of the pins in place. At least that's how I imagine it. So you definitely begin working on it, but it is going to be a bit of effort to potentially get it open. So while you are working on that, what's everyone else up to?
Are there windows in this room?
Yeah, you guys can't tell at all because of your massive fucking light sources, but there is one right over here.
Okay.
It's so fucking bright. I can't tell anything. But... Why are you rolling again? Ah!
Well, I figured you'd need another one,
I
and
wanna
the window
know.
was already up, so I figured, hey, whatever.
I want to know what everyone else is doing first.
I'm waiting for them to open the chest.
The most
It's a great
proactive
move.
party.
What the heck am I supposed to do? I'm having a conversation with the genie while they're opening the chest.
Yeah. Anything you
What
want
is
to
the
talk
I'm
about?
conversation
just,
with the genie look
watching the genie suspiciously.
Sure.
I'm
I guess
watching it
I'd-
unsuspiciously but preparedly.
I guess I'd ask if you want to sense motive, Nebsu. You are welcome to. I'm probably going to put it at a minor penalty if we're going off of the idea that you still do not fully understand modern Osirion.
I'd love to sense motive on the genie. Because everything in this place has betrayed us so far.
I thought you were saying unsuspiciously.
That's what I was looking at her.
Sure. What penalty would you like?
Let's take a -2 circumstance penalty on that. Because you don't fully not understand the language, you are starting to get it, so we'll put about halfway to the normal -4.
I mean, I think Silas is just confused why such a powerful creature would just be like in this specific building.
Yeah.
Yeah, we must have missed them coming in while we were downstairs. This is the first room that they...
Or, like they closed the doors behind them. Like it seems kind of weird.
Well, I think at this time I can point out, Usala, as you are sensing motive here and trying to figure something out, are you still, like, actively casting Detect Magic while this conversation is going on?
I mean, what's the duration on it?
It's 1 round. So you'd be re-upping it every 6 seconds. You're just constantly casting it effectively to do it as an exploration action.
I mean, if she doesn't seem to mind. If she seems to mind, I would stop.
It's more so your own personal morals. Do you continue to cast a spell in someone else's presence?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that might just be important, because it is at this point that your detect magic finally registers what it has yet to be registering, the presence of an illusion. And Nebsu and Usala, both of you realize that figure you're talking to is absolutely not real.
What the fuck?
There
Is
is
nothing in this place
a
real?
floating head where the Jathum's head is, but the entire body around it is incorrect.
She seemed like such a nice girl.
The floating head also looks fucking horrific. Something like this.
What the fuck?
Good lord.
Oh!
Yeah, I much rather the.
Oh, hey, that's
I like
the
illusion
thing.
better.
I would like to, like, just calmly step over next to Silas.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to cast a runic weapon on Silas.
If you're casting,
Not
we're
me.
rolling initiative.
That's fine. I mean, I'll wait for
Well,
the
Usala's been
cast.
casting detect magic every round.
I'm gonna.
He
just-
has, but this is very clearly a different spell than detect magic.
I'll
Well,
wait for them
while
to finish
while
opening
he's
the chest.
moving, I would
Yeah.
like to tap Amanemsu on the shoulder like I'm helping him and be like, "Yeah, that's not what it looks like."
Oh, wait, I do
It's
have
the
message.
monster we're searching for.
Message is the subtle trait.
You do have message, so you could alert everyone subtly, certainly.
I will tell Silas that that's the head you're looking for. It's inside an illusion of the genie.
Yeah, fight. Ta-da! What a little shit.
Oh my god, it's so small!
He's tiny!
It looked way more intimidating in the big picture. Holy
No, he's a
shit.
tiny floating head. With
He's
a
not
mouth
tiny,
that
he's dead.
everyone loves.
Oh yes, just awesome.
Yeah, if you guys are setting up to attack here, I will allow a deception roll from Usala to potentially give you guys a bonus on your initiative rolls. Here, switching
Does it
from
blind?
detect magic to do something else. Yes, it will be blind. Deception is always blind.
Because you could
prompt
potentially
me?
fail.
It does prompt me to do blind GM roll. Ta-da.
Unfortunately, this thing is smart enough that as you stop casting detect magic in order to send a few messages and sidle over in preparation to cast runic weapon on Silas, it's going to recognize that something strange. He's been consistently casting that, and I know how detect magic works because I can cast it too.
Hey.
So at this point, I am going to ask everyone to roll me initiative. So I'm going to ask for thievery from you, since you were working on unlocking the chest. Usala, I'm going to ask for... why did you already roll? I was going to ask for Arcana for you, because you were generally casting spells up until now.
Sure.
And we shall leave it as perception for everyone else. Amanemsu, you rolled a thievery check instead of initiative. What are you doing?
Uber.
You said you wanted a thievery check?
For initiative.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is fine, because I can actually set that as your initiative. So
Cool.
all
Oh, that's about the
good.
highest initiative I think I've rolled the entire time. Pretty sure.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to specify he's specifically in that specific square, about 10 feet off the ground. Silas, as you are made aware of Usala about this illusion and allow your eyes to perceive through it, you are the first to be able to act here. Whether that is to actively say anything or commit violence is entirely up to you.
Okay.
Commit violence.
Yeah, we love violence. Violence committed. Okay. I mean, this is why he's here. So
Yeah.
also, you don't want to cast a runic weapon on Silas. He doesn't usually attack with. I mean, he does have a fighting fan, but all right. Well, per usual, I think I'll open up.
Sounds good.
Oh, you're the. That's right.
Oh yeah, would your gate be back open after you used?
Yeah, he's kept like the wind. Yeah, he's just
Perfect.
kept it up because like
Yeah.
it's just nice anyway. He
Got
didn't do it
to-
outside, but yeah, like since we
gotta reactivate it.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Because I think you used a overflow effect in the combat against the cats. So, fantastic. Well, yeah, everyone who would like to is welcome to go ahead and make a stride. I'm going to just get rid of my funny Jethum
Tap for
token.
speed.
Zusala do the cha-cha slide there.
He's gonna move. Is it an action to close the door?
It is an interact action to close a door, yes.
Okay. He will close this door.
Okay.
To get
Not allow this thing to get out.
Oh, I mean, this is why he's here. Presumably, This could just be another floating head.
He's
Could-
just a floating head masquerading as a genie. He looks
I
like a
mean-
friend.
Look at how he looks.
He sure
Can't
does
blame
not
him
look
for
like a
wanting
friend.
to look like an
Friend?
attractive female.
That thing doesn't
not-
look like a friend to you?
Not
If it
friend
didn't have
shape.
the mouth, it could be a friend. The mouth is what ruins it. Close your mouth, buddy. Be polite.
I do
That's
technically.
true, yeah.
So this is the general art for this creature. I do have different art that was in the official book for what this guy looks like, and I'll send that in Discord because it is pretty funny and a lot worse looking. A lot more ugly. This normal art just is a classic, and I quite like. But in Discord is what the book wants him to look like. More of like a true goat's head with 6 curling horns. Kind of.
Yeah, and tentacles.
Yeah. No, it's hair. Hair and horns. He's just a
No, like
floating
horn
guy.
tentacles is what
Oh,
I'm saying. Though. Like
ah.
other horns kind of look like tentacles.
Fair
There's
enough.
too many.
Uh,
For me.
As you guys like immediately move into combat positions, he's just gonna go, "Oh, why are you choosing to be violent right now? There's no need for this." But
I mean-
Amanemsu, you are up.
So that's why were you hunting this thing?
I'd say the jig is up. And I will quick draw.
Sure.
If I can find it. Yeah, there it is. Quick draw.
Silas?
Silas, I believe Usala asked you why.
Oh, sorry, was that me? I mean, nobody believed him. Remember when he said it? It was like, I think it was like critical failure on the society check to be like, is that true? Remember he said like things
And I'm
like
pretty sure I'm not gonna
murdering, like he was murdering,
Oh,
like,
it's
or
killing
people were disappearing, right? I
People
think
were
that's what it was.
disappearing. Yes.
Yeah, and their bodies never found.
Hero point. Hero point.
well,
Regardless, we should contain it. Close the door.
It? I have a name. I asked you for yours, and you couldn't be bothered to ask for mine. God's the tragedy of this.
Well, you weren't even you.
Oh, I'm sorry. A group of 4 strapping adventurers come stomping on up. And you want me to look like this? I'm tiny and weak. Amanemsu, your first strike into it does unfortunately fail.
I'm gonna be surprised if that hit. All right, that was a quick draw and strike. So, yeah. What is this thing? Here we go. Why don't we do it that one? Oh, Brit and Bodo. Recall knowledge.
Taking a look, trying to figure out what this thing is, unfortunately, at a quick glance, you've got no clue. It's a floating head. Doesn't look like a normal head. Probably something fucked.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Okay. And last one we'll do try and do another stab.
Sounds good.
That's
You
better.
gotta target it, my guy.
Oh yes.
What is you doing? An 18 is actually an exact hit,
Oh, hey, sweet. Ta-da.
meaning I should not allow Nebsu to get close at all.
Well, that was with off
Um,
guard, right? So
It is not off guard right now because it is up in the air by about 10 feet.
okay.
So
Ah,
you
okay.
aren't really flanking right now. You're kind of having to reach up to stab it.
That's a bummer.
But hey, at least it's still in melee reach. I'm not that mean to you.
Yeah. Well, how high is the room?
He's floating up near the ceiling at about 10 feet.
That's a pretty tall room.
10 feet's the
Nice.
average.
Is it?
Yeah. It is, in fact, his turn now.
I guess
though.
I well, by U.S. standards, I guess that doesn't.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Nebsu. He's taking a manipulate action. Can you be nice for once?
Oh boy.
No, don't do it. That's so rude. You don't have to.
You mean smash it completely?
Oh my god.
No.
Yeah, and I'm just remembering, like, that was the story, right? That they saw, like, Jin or whatever, like a friendly
Yeah, that
person?
was the story.
Okay, cool. I'm not crazy. It's been a while, all right?
It's been a
Relax.
little minute. That's why I didn't say anything. I was hoping you would remember.
Okay, I
Alright.
didn't roll good
Ooh.
on damage.
No, you didn't, but you interrupted his casting of invisibility. He doesn't get to get out of here now.
Oh my god.
He's just a little guy.
I'm sure he's gonna
He's
manage.
about to be.
He's gonna fly away.
Hey! Hey!
He
How
just-
many actions does he have?
He has a 30-foot fly speed.
I told you to close the door.
I haven't gone yet.
I know.
What do you want
Uh,
from me?
Nebsu, don't be mean. He's just a guy.
I'm slow.
It is your turn. You saw him sort of zip out this door and fly to the east. Going, no! I don't want to die!
Okay.
You don't have to die, just tell us where the people are. Where did you disappear them to?
What people?
The headless people. Well, I don't know what he said. Anyway, we'll move
Okay, you're dead.
here
You're dying anyways.
and waste 10 feet of movement because I have to open a door. So.
Sure.
And then 5, 10, 15. There he is.
Doesn't have any
Don't
reaction around
do
in the corner.
it.
I'm gonna get right up next to him.
No.
With my, that's all my actions because I had to open the door. So,
Why are you so mean?
but if he tries to move again,
This is cruel and unusual. Usala, you're up. He's actually, at this point, he's just gonna start screaming help at the top of his lungs.
When this door was open, could I see him? I could. Silas, what are you doing on your turn?
What?
What are you doing on your turn? What are you,
What are you
Probably
doing
gonna
with
be
your
attacked.
life?
He's going to attack this thing.
are you gonna open that door?
No, because there's one open next to you. He can go out either. He's fast. Don't worry.
Take the step action. Like a fucking peasant.
If only he could step, but he's flying. What a loser.
Nebsu doesn't have attack of opportunity. Oh, no, he does.
He dies!
He does. He's the fighter. You fall.
You're just gonna command him to go prone?
Yes. We should drop him out of the sky.
Fantastic. That is hilarious. He will unfortunately succeed.
By one!
Yeah. As you tell him to fall, he just starts shaking in midair. No, I won't do it.
If I had my ancestral memories. If someone hadn't shut this door in my face.
You were outside. That's where you ran.
Well, that is going to bring us back to the top of the round at your turn, Silas.
He's gonna follow. Guys, this is why he's here. And he's gonna attack twice with some wind, I guess. Because fight wind with wind. I mean, he's not like a wind creature, but
It was unconscionably rude.
He's a liar.
He's not. You guys didn't even ask him his name. He didn't even have the chance to lie.
Did we not when he was a
Actually, no, he
genie?
was water.
No, you didn't.
Alright, well, you just throw water twice and hope for the best, you know?
Unfortunate. Yeah. Don't forget, you guys do have hero points.
I mean, I do have a hero point. Yeah, I mean, this is the only reason Silas is here.
Can I hero point his successful saving throw?
No.
Well then.
So I bait you into taking attack spells. Ooh,
Nice.
good damage.
Hey, magic!
As the water slams into him and knocks him against the roof.
You
Ow!
don't hurt anyone else.
I'm not hurting anyone! I haven't hurt a fly! Well, maybe there was a fly, I
Another
heard,
hero
but...
point? I don't know. Can you use two?
Yeah, absolutely. You just can't use more than one on the same roll. Unfortunately, that will not
Sure you
hit. Amanemsu, that brings us back over to you. Going for the move. If you're talking, we cannot hear you, by the way.
That's a very good point.
So disconcertingly quiet.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden he starts moving. That's 25.
Yep, I believe you have 5 more feet on your first action.
Okay. Yeah. Oh wait. You look around the corner. We'll go to and second action.
All right.
And we'll go ahead and try and hit him again.
Same.
He's on the ground.
Nope,
Prone?
he's still up in the air.
Oh, he's in, okay.
He
Oh yeah,
succeeded
that's
at
right.
a
He said
save.
nope. Yeah.
That's gonna hit.
Yeah. Oh, he's way up in the air too, so I don't get
Yes,
that.
no sneak attack, unfortunately.
Come on down here so I can get sneak attack.
He is looking pitiful at this point, heavily injured from your guys' blows, fleeing in terror.
Tell us about the floating heads. Tell us about the heads. And the headless corpses.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, maybe I do, but
Can I
it
do
wasn't me. Sorry?
Tell us who it was.
They killed themselves, okay? Not my fault. They decided to be stupid. As it comes back around to his turn, he's going to look down at you, Nebsu. You wouldn't, right? You're not that mean.
Don't run away.
We had a conversation a few minutes ago, and you guys just attacked me. You wouldn't kill an innocent little guy like me. The fact that you're saying nothing scares me.
All he heard was all he gleaned was when he said, "We were having a conversation. We killed innocents."
Oh no. The language barrier. No. And unfortunately, his telepathy is only touch range. So he's gonna take a fly action. Actually, nope, because charm is manipulate action also, so he cannot try and charm you first. Yeah, he's gonna have to take a fly action here.
All right. I mean,
I believe in our sword.
That is a hit. Notably not non-lethal.
Why would we
Yep.
do it non-lethally? Everything here has been evil.
He's just a little guy.
6 damage. Drop him.
It drops him to 1. Which, as per my rules,
Oh yeah, instant kill.
means that'll drop him to 0. I'm really regretting this rule more and more these days. It never feels good. I know it feels good for the players, probably. It doesn't feel good for me. It's always a little disheartening.
Well, that rule is actually coming into play several times.
It comes
this
into play
campaign,
so
sure.
frequently. Because I've been on the other side. I know it feels really awful if you're like the last one to go before the creature, and you hit it and bring it down to 1 hit point and it gets its entire turn. That just doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
So this rule's meant to mitigate that, but it ends up just feeling really sad sometimes for me.
Right.
But as he looks at you, Nebsu, and says something that you totally misunderstand, and tries to fly over your head, you just put your sword up through him as he tries to fly overhead, and you bring it down with a little head kebab. Nice.
Offer it. Silas, here you go.
Did you giving it to him?
Well, I will notably say, Nebsu, it is your turn. I am not pulling us out of initiative yet.
Oh.
Not feigned up.
Well, he'll just show it to Silas. Like, mission achieved.
There could be more.
I would never.
suppose.
More?
so-
Never.
So I have 3 actions.
You do.
Spend all 3 just smashing the head on the other sword into the walls just to shatter it.
Okay.
Now, we could probably show it to someone in
All
town
over
who
the top.
can tell us what it is and maybe get a reward if he's actually been kidnapping people.
You could also do a recall knowledge. You could do some recall knowledges yourself if you'd like. See if you can figure out what it is.
Unless ancient Osirion or cursed lore is going to apply. I have occultism, I guess.
None of those would be particularly relevant for this thing, unfortunately.
Yeah, so you'll end up just lying to me.
I would never.
He's not lying, he's just telling you what your character knows, which is nothing useful.
Why do you have so little faith in me? Do you all just assume I look for you guys to fail things miserably so I can lie to you?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Isn't that
Well,
what
he
all chiefs
thinks the fight's over, so probably head back into the room since we still got to unlock that chest.
Sure.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Which I'd say at this point, you're mostly done with the lock. Amanemsu might have even had just gotten the last pin into place and twisted to unlock when the message arrived from Nebsu and he instead drew his sword and stabbed.
Yeah, I guess he'll take up a position right here next to the chest and then give up his last action.
Sure. Fantastic. That is going to bring us to something else's turn. That reacted to this little guy calling for help, but was unfortunately a bit too slow to come and save it. Flying out from this room is going to be something a little more horrifying. Similarly, ahead,
Gargoyle. Yeah.
but much more humanoid in stature, with leathery wings growing out to keep it afloat. It is going to fly to right about there with its first action and distend its jaw about double the length any of you guys think this creature should be able to distend its jaw, and let out a horrific shrieking sound. I am going to need everyone to give me a fortitude save, please.
Am I included in that, everyone?
Can you hear it?
It doesn't need line of effects or anything.
It does not need line of effect because this is hearing based.
Do swords have you?
God, I hope 20's enough.
Nemsu, there's a button!
Oh, no. 20. Dang it.
Fear effect.
This is not.
Okay. I'll take a
Okay.
23, I guess.
Nemsu, I will leave that up to you if you'd like to hero point that. That is a failure.
Yeah. Let's hero point it. What the hell? I don't have great good.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Fantastic.
Hey, it's a success though. That's good.
You all
I like that.
hear this shriek, and you immediately, for the briefest moment, feel your bodies lock up, but you manage to retain control of yourselves. That was actually a huge hero point on Nemsu, because on a failure, you would have been paralyzed.
Yeah.
Usala, that brings us to you. It's just a floating head.
Yeah. Nothing bad with floating heads.
Nothing's ever gone wrong with a floating head in the picture.
Absolutely not. Right.
Having. Oh, I'm not on the selection tool. That's why it's not. Thunder's being weird.
Why your foundry being weird?
Not to me.
It's being
There
super
we go.
jank. You may need to refresh after this.
I fixed it.
Fantastic.
Electric arc.
Woogie woogie woogie.
Yes. Silas duck.
It is going to fail, actually. Take full 3 electric damage. Fantastic. It did.
Why did it? I hit
You
both of
might
them.
need to
Oh, there it
refresh.
goes.
This guy's dead.
I don't care.
Nice.
And I think still attached
He's-
to Nebsu's sword.
Yeah, he's on my sword still.
Hey, you'll be fine.
Solid still sends electricity your way. Alright, anything with your third action?
Recall knowledge, I guess.
Sure. And figure out what the fuck this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taking a look at this thing, you've got no clue. That's a flying head. Doesn't look undead like the ones that were downstairs, but you really never know. that is going to bring us not to Silas's turn. Because you know what's better than one flying head?
2 heads are better.
Is
than
it 3
one.
more?
Another flying
There's
head.
one, there's- Yay.
That is going to use 2 of its actions to fly up next to you, Silas. But as it does so, it's going to notice the head of the little guy on Nebsu's sword, and is going to instead use its third action to then go fly after Nebsu.
Last thing it ever did.
These things aren't the smartest, okay? Silas, now we are up to you.
Okay, well, they're flying low, right?
Yes, these guys are not up near the ceiling.
Yeah, I think a good. Well, good. Well, I don't know how dangerous these are, I guess. Sure, I'll use a 4 wins, so Amanepsu if he wants to go flank with our favorite powerhouse over there.
Fantastic.
And he's gonna back up himself.
Anyone who would like to take a half movement stride is welcome to do so.
Ooh, I will take you up on that.
Oh, you're going that way?
Yeah, this is gonna go well.
Okay. Well,
This door was closed. He couldn't go get into flanking,
he
unfortunately.
could.
Not
Yeah,
with
my
the-
my side is like right on this guy.
That's fine. But I mean, sure, Nebsu can move if he wants. I mean, it's good for us to be spread out. Back up, and then he'll just throw some water at this head.
What do you mean
So why is here? We're doing
spread
it.
out? I'm not throwing swarms at you.
We don't know anything about these things.
They certainly don't look like a
Maybe
swarm.
they explode.
Oh, maybe. That'd be a neat trick. Unfortunately, though, a 17 will not hit. Sort of impacts the guy, and he just opens his mouth and drinks the water.
That was for you.
Amanemsu, we are up to you now.
Now Almanemsu is really confused. How does it have vocal cords? Or even lungs to push past the vocal cords? Oh
Look, the
man.
moment you try
Yeah,
and
the
bring
sword, that's
anatomy into a fantasy game, things
You
aren't
can't
going to
bring
make
logic,
sense.
yeah.
Right.
Here we go. This is gonna suck.
The fact that olfactory effects are not technically considered inhaled.
I'm gonna dissect you later so I can figure out how you failure. Yes.
Oh, 17's
Terrible.
across the board. Nice and consistent.
Yeah.
But
Right.
unfortunately, not enough to hit.
Oh, I have nothing else to do. Wait, I haven't done a shoot. I haven't done a recon
Yeah, do your
knowledge
recon
yet.
knowledges before your attacks, Amanemsu.
Yeah, I know. Oh, silly me.
What are you trying to figure
Try-
out about these guys, aside from just what they are?
Let's see. Any really scary things I should know about them?
Like passives or actives? You can always ask about passive actions or actives.
Go with the actives.
Sure. So first things first, you learn what these things are. These are Varghouls, which are typically aberrations and fiends from the swamps of Abaddon. It is larger than a human head by a little bit, and it is not native to the universe. However, they can be found typically in like graveyards, old battlefields, wherever one might find like the remnants of death and decay. They're kind of like super ugly ravens or vultures. However, they do have some pretty scary actions. That shriek you heard a moment ago can paralyze a creature for an extended period of time if it rolls really poorly on its save. Thankfully, it is an incapacitation effect, so once you guys get stronger, it wouldn't be something you have to worry about as much. Varghouls can kiss a creature adjacent to them if that creature is paralyzed, unconscious, or otherwise willing, infecting them with a transformative disease that will gradually turn them into a Varghoul as well over the course of about 8 hours. However, that is a 3-action activity that requires them to be next to a paralyzed, unconscious, or willing humanoid creature. So, as long as you don't fall unconscious, you shouldn't have to worry about it. Don't go down.
Yeah. Okay.
Fantastic.
And that was a regular success, I'm assuming.
That was a regular success, yes.
Okay, so move, strike, and hit. Yeah.
Yep.
There.
Nebsu. You've got a friend.
Alrighty.
Yay. You got.
Hello, friend. Snagging strike.
I don't think... Does anyone in the party speak demonic?
Oh.
Nope.
No. Yeah, then none of you know what's being said.
Alright, so snagging strike.
They don't speak necro?
They do not? No, these guys are from Abaddon. And 18 is an exact success.
Okay. Go ahead and get some damage there.
Fantastic. 8 points of slashing damage.
So he is off guard. I will then exacting strike, so it doesn't increase my attack penalty if I miss.
Fantastic. Are you hitting them with the other head still attached to your sword?
Yes.
Fantastic. Just clubbing them.
So it'll miss. Then
Just
I'll swing
barely.
again at a +6 and
Alright, pretty good. That is pretty
it's one
good
off of a
indeed.
crit, isn't it?
It is, but that's okay. You're doing well anyways, it doesn't matter. You don't always need to fatal
some
crit
math.
my enemies. You have a 10% chance of critting if
Yeah,
you
it was
hero
a
point.
19 on it. It was a 19 on
Yeah.
the dice, so there's no way I'm
That is not a worthwhile hero point. Fantastic. That still hurts it a decent bit. And I believe that does it for your turn. Just 3 attacks.
Yep.
Fantastic. We move on to the one next to Amenemsu. Which, I mean, if you're gonna come close,
Pass his turn if you
Amenemsu.
want.
That's funny. No, he's gonna bite you.
Yeah.
Uh, and a 28, thankfully, just misses the crit.
Yeah, thank God.
But does get a hit off for a mixture of piercing and poison damage.
Oof.
And I am going to need you to give me a fortitude save as you feel that poison course into your veins.
Oh, yeah, right. There's a button. Hey, wait, hold on.
I've always got buttons for you.
Hey, look, it's the exact same thing.
Unfortunately,
So I
that
get
is a
more
failure.
for double roll.
No, that's not how that works. I'm gonna start just taking your original roll, even if you forget to use the button. The button will make all our lives easier, but I'm gonna be going with your original from now on. So you feel the poison course into your veins. You don't necessarily feel any worse inherently, but something may be strange. What's not strange, though, is I'm biting you again. Chomp chomp. For another hit. Fantastic.
Ow.
This time for another 8 damage into you. And, I mean, we'll follow Nebsu's modus operandi, I suppose, and go for a third bite. That's a big old whiff. All right. Never mind. Usala, we are up to you.
Thankfully, you don't hit as hard as that's Nepsu.
Right.
Pretty sure I'd be down.
Fantastic. And you keep... Wow, you can get exactly both of them.
I'm a turret.
Fantastic. You're a sorcerer who's too coward to move. Which is why I'm going to succeed and crit succeed.
Yeah, you would.
And it's the guy who's less injured that regular succeeds. For 3 more damage. You've dealt 6 damage total. Nice.
Your casters feel good in this system. Feel very impactful.
Well, maybe stop using the same cantrip.
I only have the one.
You should have 1 more spell slot. What are you doing? Oh, you used it on command.
And you succeeded.
Sucks.
Spells are bad.
Oh, you're part of that crowd? Fuck off. Spellcasting is great in 2E.
Yeah, after like level 5 when you have more than 2 spell slots. We'll get there. The late
That
game.
is
The long
going
con.
to bring us to this guy's turn. Who's off guard, beaten by a head. They are going to bite at you, Nebsu, here. And they are going to get the crit off. Hopefully not too much. A decent amount. That's going to be 16 total damage to you. And I am...
That is the way to get ahead in life.
But I am going to ask a fortitude save of you.
All right, I have some information, guys. Based on my fort save bonuses here. Well, I'm going to hero point this.
Yeah. Your mummy cursed coming into play. This is not a poison effect. This is a curse effect.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Thankfully, turning it into a success, you are all good. You do not feel the same inherent detriment that Amenemsu becomes afflicted with. However, it is going to bite you one more time here. And whiff horrendously. And we'll go for the third one, because fuck it, why not? Yeah, that's about expected. I love it. Silas, we are back to you.
Alright, well, we're not making much of a dent. I think the spreading out was not what he would have suggested, but you know, this is what happens when you randomly agree to go into a strange house with strangers. I think he'll risk it. Hopefully these don't have reactive strikes. It's not what I meant to do. I apologize. Sorry, sure. I wasn't trying to lean.
All good. I'm fine with people leaning. Just don't, smash Q real quick.
It's just because sometimes you do Q for, locking the,
No, that's
path
A-okay.
you're gonna take, so I was like, wait, no.
It is A-okay. The moment I start seeing you hit Q 10 times in a row, that's when I'm gonna be like, okay, hold up a minute.
Alright, and he's going to make a nice little slash with this water fan currently. Because why not?
Love it. Fantastic. Getting that hit off.
Unintended. And I guess I'll just go in, because
Yeah.
I'm not going to click the infusion again, but we know what's happening.
I just want to make sure you are aware. You can do a 2-action version of your attack that lets you add your
Yeah, I
con modifier.
know.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Just want to make
Thank
sure
you.
you're aware.
Quantity over quality.
Sure, but with map, quality ends up being pretty important. Amanemsu, you finally got flanking.
Hey! This guy's low. I can do damage. Alright. Well, gotta use it. And... Yes! Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Pretty spicy.
Yep. Or not. Wow, no, yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, 25 is unfortunately not quite enough. It does a lot. Brings him down real low, but it is not enough to bring him out.
Hey, Nebsu, I figured it out. All you gotta do is hit him really hard.
You turn and shout this out right as the head hits Nebsu really hard.
Yeah, just like that. Oh man. Yeah. Let's try to repeat. That was I feel like that was like the entire turn right there. It feels like that's gonna miss. And swing it up. Oh, is it? -1. So yeah, very unlikely.
Don't forget, if you don't have a reaction you want to use, a good third action is always to aid one of your allies, since you can provide them a bonus to their attack rolls by doing so. Always a good thought. Best third action in the game. Or just be Nebsu and kill it. That's also a good third action choice.
Let's slaughter it.
It is your turn, Nebsu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thinking about the third action in my turn.
You get to ignore that slightly because exacting price makes it so you don't really have to worry about hitting at map 10, because that's what's generally an inefficient choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the third action first, and I'm gonna use intimidating glare to try and.
Fantastic. Yeah, try and demoralize.
Demoralize. Select line. No, just.
You know what's actually really funny?
Boo.
I did forget to have them fly, so they are technically like sitting on the ground right now. They're not prone, they're just heads sitting on the ground. That is a fantastic roll, Nebsu. He is absolutely going to be shaken by your glare.
Would have been a crit, damn it. Anyway,
You learned your lesson.
next action, swing.
Yeah.
With snagging strike.
All good. You don't have to put snagging strike into chat if you don't want to. I generally am going to remember how it works. That does hit.
Damaggio.
Ooh, it's a rough roll.
Yep.
But getting in there.
And then now he's off guard and afraid.
He is indeed. Got that -3 to AC at the moment.
Nice.
So
Very
he's
nice.
at a 15.
Yep.
So 19 or 20 is a crit here.
Unfortunately not.
Badly injured. I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay. That's pretty good. And that is pretty good damage. Both of them heavily injured and nearly about to fall apart, just sort of rolling around on the ground. But it is this guy's turn again. And he's going to use his wings, instead of flapping up in the air, like put them on the ground and use them to slowly rotate his head around and bite at your ankles, Silas. Gonna do a little shimmy. And he is going to successfully get a hit.
this do bludgeoning or slashing damage?
It does piercing and poison damage. He's biting you.
I figured just ask.
Yep,
No, you don't.
all good.
You don't tell me.
I try and say the damage types
No, I
when the
know.
roll comes through. But I appreciate the reminder to ask. However, I do need a fortitude save from you. As he bites you, as we have determined this is a curse. But you don't care. You're all good. All good. He is going to go for one more bite on you, though. Just because he can, and I'm a little bit spiteful today. For a modest 4 points of damage. And... I do need a new save against the curses anytime you take the poison damage, if you are not already affected.
Crit success and a 20, and it's not enough to just be permanently immune to that curse.
Unfortunately not. That is going to be a failure. You get to join Amenemsu in the Cursed Club. Or you can choose to succeed instead and laugh at your friend.
We're not friends.
Or ally, I guess. Temporary comrade.
Wow.
New acquaintance.
With his last action, he is going to fly over the pit and about 10 feet up. No, sorry, he can only get 5 feet up where he is right now. So, out in open space, seemingly flying up towards the roof. Usala, that brings us over to you.
Dodge.
All right. That is going to be a failure.
Die. I don't know where the other one went, but it's still targeted somewhere.
He's out of your line of sight. So you will get this one, but not the other one with that.
Right over here.
Alrighty.
There he is.
There he is. I believe that'll bring us to Silas's turn.
All right. Well,
One
thanks.
guy
This is-
flying
well,
away.
This is a quest, you know. So, you know. Center himself, gather up some water, and since you seem to really want it, he'll do a 2-action blast of water.
I just want you to feel like you're rolling good damage.
I didn't build it for damage if that wasn't clear.
I know.
Oh, yeah, see, we did it.
Unfortunately.
And then I'll try one more.
Well, why not? You can have one more as a treat.
Okay, well.
It's not gonna do it. I'm sorry. Alright, Amenemsu, how you gonna do this? I'm curious.
Find a rock and I'm gonna throw it.
You can jump, swing while you're falling.
You could
right?
do that. That is an option.
It looks so cool.
And then attempt to grab this ledge as you fall by it so you don't
Whoa,
fall to
yeah.
the
Oh
ground
my gosh.
floor. You could do that.
How could you not do that? How could you not do that?
Let out your inner swashbuckler, Amenemsu.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of options. I need to get like a bow or something. It seems.
Just throw Usala. That'll work.
Oh yeah, that would be a Nebsu. That's with my strength, I'm a little bit more along the lines of a rock.
That is fair. You could legitimately jump and take a swing as you are jumping past it if you would like. I would also say if you were to like run over here, you could grab up a bit of furniture and throw that as an improvised weapon.
Oh, you know what? I've already got the rapier in my hand. I'm gonna run and jump.
Fantastic.
For that amount of distance, do I need to get a running start?
No, actually, you can take the simple leap action because since you have a 30-foot
Okay.
movement, you can just leap 15 feet horizontally. So
Hell
you could
yeah.
like move anywhere out to there, and during that I will allow you to take a swing at him.
Okay, this is probably gonna hurt, but man, it'll be cool.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. Fuck you. Come on.
Oh,
I have one. I'm gonna re-roll that.
that's what we like to see.
Has to
Make
be
it look cool.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Take that.
Fuck it.
All right, well, you're gonna destroy
I'm
the
going to
head.
figure out how you work.
Fantastic. That's going to absolutely obliterate him. And then I am going to ask you for a reflex save if you would like to use your reaction to try and grab this ledge before you fall all the way down to the ground floor.
Nope.
A
Nepsu, did you see it? As I fall down.
I mean, it looks super cool.
It looks so cool. I feel a little bad saying this. I was setting your DC as an easy DC for your level, which is 14. So, just barely failed. Which, let me just check the height here. I believe you're 20 feet up, but I want to make sure.
I have cat. I have.
Oh, do you have Catfall?
This one. I have Catfall, and I also
Oh,
I have Rolling Landing as well.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That's actually awesome. Let me check the height that you're falling here.
Yeah.
Because you could
You
certainly
just
actually
roll towards the stairs. Walk back up.
just roll past the skeletons. Hey guys, fancy meeting you here.
So.
Let me see.
Oh, and you're an expert in acrobatics, so you're fine with catfall.
Oh, are you an
Yeah.
expert at this point? Oh,
Yeah.
then absolutely, yeah. You treat it as 25 feet shorter. It doesn't even matter then.
I can use
so-
my reaction to step or stride up to half my speed too.
Well, your
So I'm
reaction
already
would have
halfway
been to
upstairs.
grab the edge.
Oh, okay.
Because grab an
Okay.
edge is a reaction to do. Which I guess actually you wouldn't have had to do that. I forgot you had Catfall and Rolling Landing. So
Yeah.
you could have just let your reaction to do that instead.
Oh, it does look cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'll just move you back over here as you come jogging back up the steps. But as
Can we
the...
get him?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. You
All
were
right.
saying that in character. As the heads fall and all of them lay dead and destroyed on the ground, we're going to take a quick break here. So stand up, stretch, grab some water. I will see you all in a few minutes. All right, welcome back, everyone. So, here we stand with these various different floating heads, dead and deceased, two of which you know for a fact are creatures known as Varghouls, fiends from Abaddon. Definitely not holy creatures. The other one I was describing, deceiving you all, hiding itself as a djinn of some sort. You unfortunately do not yet know what it was, but it couldn't have been good. But here we stand, a few injuries abound, and creatures safe. Who might that healing be for, Silas? Ah,
So
yourself.
he was healing himself first. Yeah, one. Super strong.
Fantastic.
This one's for Amanemsu. Perfect.
Nice.
Look, you get what you pay for. And then Nepsu. Hey.
Nebsu gets some healing at least.
We should make sure there aren't any more.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So you have the unlocked bronze box of here. Those two creatures certainly came through these open doors. There are a few sets of unopened doors as well up here still.
What was in the chest?
You guys didn't check yet because you attacked our friend here when you unlocked it.
Whoa,
so-
you just said he was like a horrible monster, and now you're backpedaling our friend.
Yes, my goal here is to make you feel bad.
It's not working.
I'm aware, but I'm going to try either way. So yes, you unlocked this chest, but you have yet to open it or anything.
Probably medicine yourself first there. Oh, you've already done it.
Oh, have you treat wounds to yourself? Or no, you just still have some, you got a few minutes more of immunity left. I see. Yeah? You going over and opening up the chest?
You're muted. If you're okay.
I have my mute on. There we go.
There we go.
Makes a big difference. Look at that. The checking it for traps, we didn't find anything.
You did not find anything, no,
Okay.
when you first looked over it.
Okay. There we go. Let's open her up.
Yippee! Oh, just missed the crit. As you open the lid of the chest, Amanemsu, and as you pull it up, you pull up a crossbow that's right inside attached to the lid. That just immediately fires into your chest.
What the heck?
Thank goodness for Trap Finder.
Hell yeah.
For only 7 damage, and yeah, thank goodness for Trap Finder. Otherwise, that would have been a pretty nasty crit.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, the bolt is poisoned. So I'm going to need a fortitude save from you as well. It's not a horrible poison, but...
Been nice knowing you guys. Let's have a good time. Wow.
You are fine. You are not poisoned. And also, thankfully, there was only one bolt on the crossbow. It was not equipped to be refired without being reloaded. And as you open the lid a bit more fully... Oh, this was absolutely worth it, Amanemsu. Stacks of small gold ingots. With a ugly mask of a distorted face, covered in like multiple fangs and spines, and painted in this deep crimson, just sort of sitting on top of it, covered with like occult runes around the interior eye sockets. So,
Dope.
yeah, stacks of gold
is that-
ingots and a mask.
My interest is in the mask, I guess. Is this like some sort of like a ceremonial mask, like a secret cult?
Give me a recall knowledge check. You are trained in society, correct?
I am trained in everything.
Wow.
True. Unfortunately, training doesn't save you from a nat 1.
Yeah.
At least you didn't roll a nat 1 against the poison.
Yeah, right. There you go.
You take a look over it. It doesn't appear to be ritualistic or Kabbalistic in any way that you can understand. It is, as far as you can tell, simply a just sort of horrifying visage in mask form. It, based off of the runes you can see, it does appear that it's magical.
He holds it up to Usala. Like, hey, I think this is right up your alley.
Alright, I'll do my duty.
Sure. Are you gonna start like collecting the gold ingots while he does that?
Yeah, I'll start counting away.
Yeah. It's pretty simple. There's about 20 of them in total. Each of them probably worth about 3 gold worth. They're not large ingots. But that's all about 60 gold worth of ingot. Usala,
Hell yeah.
taking a look at this mask, it's definitely a cult in nature. It is definitely meant to evoke fear in some sense, but you are unable to discern the exact nature of the enchantment.
Oh, is it one of those demon masks?
Yes, but your character doesn't know that yet.
Yeah.
You can always try putting it on. You never know what might happen.
He just jokes around with it. Ah, it's gonna hurt. Look.
You want to fight on?
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah. Above table, yes, it's a demon mask, so it'll be a bonus
Yeah.
to your intimidation checks, and I believe it gives you a once per day casting of fear as well.
Ooh.
So it's a pretty good
Yes.
item.
While that's going on, I'm going to take the healer kit.
Yeah,
Try and heal Silas, who's not immune at the moment.
fantastic. Yeah, by the time they're done with the investigation and you finish up healing Silas, Amanemsu will be able to be healed by that again. And Silas would also be able to give another round of balms to everyone.
I have just taken Nahamaru's.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I will drop that in your inventory for you.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys can steal your allies' shit. As necessary. There's his healer's toolkit. Fantastic.
Alright, treat wounds. I'm going the smallest DC possible because I only have a +5. It's
Yeah.
50% chance.
Well, you can't go for the DC
55%.
20 unless you are expert in medicine.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, there you go.
It's a pretty solid chance of a heal going off here.
There we go.
Nice.
Oh.
5 more health back to you, Silas.
And then I will attempt on Amanemsu, I guess.
Sure.
While I waterboard him with some seawater. Not really. It's very nice.
Nice.
Fantastic. So, Amanemsu, heal that 4 from the ocean's balm. Do not heal that treat wounds.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Boys.
As the festering wound from where the Vargul bit you, as Amanemsu or Nebsu attempts to treat it, it seems to sort of almost pulse and resist the non-magical healing.
I think we have a problem.
You're gonna want to
By we, I mean me.
Heal himself.
Yeah, you currently cannot regain HP except via magic. So,
Okay.
I will leave it up to you guys if you don't want to keep rolling for Silas every 10
Go
minutes.
ahead,
We can also say that you guys spend an hour or two here resting
Well,
and
don't we have
treating
to
everyone to
leave?
full.
Aren't you guys?
Well, it's
Aren't you guys
like
like
an
not
hour
allowed to be
to-
out here outside when it's dark? I mean, Silas doesn't care about that, but
I don't
isn't
think
it,
there
like,
were any
forbidden?
rules about it.
There
I
are
thought it
not
was
any
forbidden
rules
to be
about
in
that.
here. What? I
No.
thought it was illegal to be in here after dark. No.
No, it's just dangerous.
Oh, okay.
It also, for you, Silas, it is illegal. That
Oh,
law has effectively been changed specifically for the opening of the necropolis for the
Oh,
adventurers.
okay, so I'm not
going on.
crazy. I was like, am I crazy?
No,
as
you're
a
not
player? I like
crazy.
thought that was a thing.
You are
Like, okay,
absolutely
it's just, like,
correct.
having
Going
an
into the
aneurysm.
necropolis is illegal, but it has been legally opened for adventurers.
Oh, sure, yeah. He doesn't care. He's illegally here, but
Right,
if we're not
no.
going to get in trouble. Yeah, yeah.
Well, you're with us anyway.
You guys are
Oh, yeah,
welcome to
I'm
stay
a
here as long as you'd
silver
like.
mask, he says in quotations.
All right,
should we
so
take a
we're gonna
rest?
sit here for an hour or two and heal up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys wait
Alright.
probably about 2 hours, needing the ocean's balm pretty much exclusively to heal up Amanemsu.
Or like, another 6 more.
So that'll bring you guys to about right around 8 p.m. As you guys take some time chilling out, but you are all free to heal up to full health.
Oh, see you guys later.
Oh, you don't want to stick
He's
around?
he just like leaves. He's like, oh, I got what I came for it. See ya. Like, I killed those things. Bye. My connection to the plot is gone.
We didn't tell you guys, but Silas here, we decided he's just going to consistently make different characters with strange connections, and we'll intro and have them leave every time. It's going to be great.
And one time you're gonna think it's me, but it's really gonna be an enemy, so you're not gonna attack it. And then
I heard sarcasm right at the end of that, Jericho.
I won't let you know what the case
up until
is.
then,
be
I
a
was
mummy?
like, I don't know.
All the enemies will start having the same borders that we do.
Yep.
Just colored like that, so you'll have no idea.
Silas will say he can't make session one day, and then you guys will start a boss fight. Silas will jump in the call and start voicing him for me. It's going to be great.
You'll find out at the end that he's the big bad, and
Exactly.
he was just learning about you the entire
I
campaign.
mean, I think you can play a mummy, right? Isn't that one of the?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
See, yeah.
Mummy is an archetype. You will get probably killed pretty quickly if you take that archetype while here in Wati.
I mean, not by these jumps.
Not by the party, but by any other Pharasman walking around.
You can hide it, you get a cloak, boom. Invisible.
These wrappings are purely decorational.
Yeah, it's an honor to the dead. Well, let's check for other heads and then get out of here.
Yes, we're almost done.
Certainly.
Looks like only 4 rooms left, maybe.
Ish, perhaps.
We never did explore the one that probably has skeletons that animate in it down outside. Remember, we're like,
Nah.
we didn't see what that scorpion was guarding.
What are the chances that there's anything worthwhile in there? We got the 60 gold. Like, it seems to be the creme de la creme.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
All right.
Who knows?
Kick the door down.
Play it clear obscure for 3 hours, and now I'm speaking French. Anyway.
Yeah.
Check the doors on the Nemsu.
Nope. You
All
want to
right,
check them as
going
I...
whole hog.
He's just sleeping, I promise. As you push the door open... Honestly, he might just be sleeping on the Nemsu. As you push open the doors, you go to lean up against the door and listen at it right as Nebsu just pushes it open and you almost fall over. It's a nice room. The walls are decorated. It's like a scenic vista of a river valley running through a desert. There's a few pieces of lacquered furniture in the room, a faint musty odor of decomposed wood and fabric. In a small alcove on the eastern side of the room is a body. Notably, though, unlike the other corpses you've seen up until now, it is not in a terribly advanced state of decay from first glance here. Notably, though, the head is missing.
Fairly recent, yeah. And I guess we'll go ahead and examine the body,
Yeah.
see if he has anything useful. And
Are you examining the body for anything of interest, or do you want to sort of medically examine the body? There are two choices here.
I'd like to do both, but we'll start with medically examining
Sure.
before I...
Because someone else
Really
might be able to
anything
look
else?
through the body while you medically examine it. Go ahead and give me a blind medicine check.
I'll search the body.
Go for it. Give me that perception check. Fantastic.
Is there a macro for that?
No. You could use, I believe medicine shows up in basic action macros. I may be remembering wrong. it does show up in recall knowledge, so you could use recall knowledge for medicine, and then perception is just from your sheet. Or you could use seek in the basic action macros. Everything is in the basic action macros.
Yeah.
Except seek, actually. I don't think it's there unless I'm remembering incorrectly. Oh, it is. I'm just stupid. As per usual. Amonemsu, taking a look at the body. The flesh is pretty decomposed. The head is missing. You notice it doesn't look like it was cleanly decapitated. More like the head was pulled off of the body.
Ow.
Likely died within the last year or so. And you do notice clumps of hair on the ground around the body, beneath the shoulders. Very likely, this guy was subjected to a Vargul's kiss, causing the head to pop off of the corpse, shed its hair, and go crazy. Nebsu, as you take a look around the corpse, doesn't appear to really have any valuables aside from a wedding ring. That unfortunately is written in modern Osiriani. Has a small inscription inside in modern Osiriani that you are not particularly able to read. You probably get the last two words that say love eternal.
What does this say?
I get you. This says...
To a car from Penhet, love eternal.
To a car from Penhet.
I know to and from now. Thank you.
And a pair of names.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, Silas, were you looking for like any individuals specifically?
I don't think he was, right? He just heard rumors.
You mostly just heard rumors. Go ahead and give me a recall knowledge, though.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I know you love seeing my recall.
I can
This
get over
particular
myself.
body has had a rough few centuries. He fell down a shaft. And got decapitated here.
Well, here's the thing, Silas, right? You are not trained in society.
He's not trained in a lot of things, unlike someone else that's trained in everything.
But on a natural 20,
Oh.
No, jeez.
during your investigations, you recall speaking with someone by the name Penhet, who lives here in Wati, a young woman whose husband had gone missing. And she was one of the people who mentioned the story of her husband effectively mentioning that he had met a djinn that offered him fortune in the necropolis that he was going to go for and then never returned.
We should take the body. I know where his wife is.
Is she
Yeah,
in
we
the
can-
city or?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably like a week ago, a couple days ago, right? Like, I mean, I don't know how long.
Last time you spoke with her, we'll say, was probably like a month ago.
A month ago.
Her husband went missing a couple months ago. Probably about 7 months was when he went missing. But you would have spoken with her about this like 3-4 weeks ago.
Cool.
But she definitely lives in Wati.
Yeah, I mean, I know Silas knows how to be respectful, but I'm like, oh, I assume that you want to bury her dead, right?
Yeah.
Like,
You
if you're
could
missing a
certainly take the body. There would be an argument for also just leaving it here in the necropolis or burying it yourselves. At the very least, it would certainly be a nice sign to perhaps return the wedding ring if you did not wish to move the entire body.
I guess it is pretty gruesome. He's like missing his head. and-
Yeah.
Okay, well, we could at least take the ring. Well, I mean, we're taking the ring anyway. 'Cause
Sure.
You guys are
Yeah.
all
So,
greedy.
he's Definitely gonna
great
give
goblins,
the ring
but
back.
yeah, okay.
You certainly can take the body if you want.
No, I mean, I don't know what is normal, right? I'm like, Silas is like, "Ugh," but I don't know
It
if
would
we
definitely
need
be a
down this
weird look carrying a headless corpse through town.
I mean, we're gonna be carrying like so much shit back anyway. Like, I'm sure we could find a box,
a box. Will just fold up
or
the
like,
body. and
wrap
go.
him up and like carry some cloth. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
that's true.
We came in here with
It
6
could look
people.
like a
We're coming back
rug.
with
Yeah.
4. Coming back with 4 and a body in a bag doesn't seem that bad.
Yeah, this feels like an especially religious part of Galarian when it comes to burial of the dead and the rites. So
It pretty much is, yeah.
bringing the body back seems like the right thing to do instead of being like, why don't you go in the necropolis and get it yourself? Watch out for all the dangers. Don't go in the backyard. There's a centipede. Also, there's a snake and a giant scorpion and probably skeletons that are gonna enemy and there's
Don't forget
haunts
the
that are gonna.
haunts.
Yeah, it's just like.
The skeletons may or may not have come back. Who
Are we
knows?
supposed to like? I guess since I wasn't here at the beginning. Are we supposed to like tell people what we saw? Like, are the
Yes.
priests interested in like, hey, there's this haunted house?
You are not technically required to report on anything you find, but you guys do get a reward for the more detailed of a report you provide.
Interesting. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. You
Very
guys are
much
given
risky.
basically full access and right to kind of do whatever as long as you're respectful of the place. And they are simply giving rewards for anything that will allow them to update their records on the necropolis.
This place sucks. So they update the records too.
The party had pretty detailed notes on their first tomb, and they got a reward of, I believe it was 3 platinum for that.
Oh.
So
At the very least, we could wrap him in some of your bedrolls. And...
Yeah.
What
I mean,
would
Silas, that's
you-
what Silas would want to do if he has a personal connection to her. Yeah.
What would you call
Absolutely.
the thing out back we went downstairs? Is that a crypt?
that was a family crypt. Yep.
Okay. That wasn't the thing that said no trespassing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, by order of the Pharaoh, we're not trespassing.
Well, Nebsu can't read, so.
Nebsu
That's
could
like
read
it.
that
Love it.
specifically because that was an ancient Osiriani.
Prove it.
No, you guys have gone to like 3 or 4 different places that have all said no trespassing already. You've done a lot of trespassing.
3 flying head creatures. 2 were. We named them what?
Varghouls.
We
That's
don't know what-
Vargouille.
But we should
That
definitely bring
is
that
not
other
how I
head.
always thought you were gonna spell that.
Yeah. It's like gargoyle.
Gotta
Yeah,
bring that
that's
other
really
head with
weird.
us
It's
to,
French.
Get the priest to identify.
2 Varghouls,
Sure.
1.
I'd
Like,
also-
this is
Maybe-
where people were disappearing.
Silas, I will say, if you would like to make another recall knowledge, or anyone, since you guys have spent about 2 hours here to figure out what the fuck this thing is, you would be welcome to all try
Sure,
that.
I'm sure they're native in the desert.
Yeah, no, you got
totally.
this. Just roll another nat 20. Man, do I have news for you, Silas.
I didn't roll another nat 20.
Or...
You didn't, but you still succeeded. Amanemsu, you are still targeting yourself. What might your
Oh.
religion modifier be? Probably trained, I would assume.
It is trained.
Fantastic.
Religion isn't that high because it's based off of will, I think, correct?
Yes.
Uh,
Plus
where's
5, I
religion?
believe.
Plus 5, yeah.
Fantastic. Good news, both you and Silas exactly hit the DC.
Heck yeah.
To recognize this thing as a Doru. Doru, which is a type of div. They are unholy fiends that divs in general seek to thwart and ruin the schemes of mortal beings. They were once genies bound to serve ancient mortal empires, and eventually rebelled, came under the sway of a nihilistic demigod, and decided to just become super wicked and hateful. Dorus specifically are very covetous of secrets. They hoard them like a miser hoards gold. So they really like knowledge. and they really like learning your deepest, darkest secrets and blackmailing you with them later. You're not sure why he was here and convincing people to come here, but it probably wasn't for a good reason.
Well, I feel completely justified in us brutally murdering him because of man's protests.
What would you have done if, like, you rolled recall knowledge and I said, yeah, his name was Ted, he was here on vacation, and you just brutally murdered him?
He was just a
Wrong,
little
wrong
guy.
place, wrong time.
He used a illusory image to
Yeah.
cosplay, and that's his hobby.
Should have caused.
He should have begged for his life better.
Yeah, instead of
Yeah.
running away.
He was trying
Could've
real
just
hard.
explained.
Not hard enough. He died.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
You
Wow.
try fleeing from a bunch of bloodthirsty people begging for your life and see how far you get.
I'm pretty fast.
Where are you going?
I'm an Emsu, going to look through another room immediately. Good job getting stabbed.
Oh shit.
It would be truly hilarious if someone just ran and tackled him
Oh,
off the ledge there.
down there. I didn't
Look,
see
don't
that.
tempt me. I've thought about that. As, like, the Varghouls,
Okay.
like, are kind of necessary for the what's going on here, but it would be really funny to have a creature just ready to tackle someone over the edge. Why give me a hole in the center of the second floor if you're not going to give me creatures to tackle with? Come on, game.
And someone already jumped down there.
Oh, hell yeah.
themselves.
Amenemsu did something great.
That was beautiful.
Check these doors.
Tell me what you're doing. Don't just roll your dice, sir.
I'm perceiving.
I know. Tell me you're doing that, because I'm not always going to necessarily ask a roll
Yeah.
from you.
That's true. Yeah, we're checking the doors and checking what's behind the door.
I've got
whatever.
news for you, okay? You're never going to believe what I have to say
my
here.
goodness.
Ready?
That's
Are you
another hallway.
really ready for
Dish
this?
it.
It's a
Oh
door.
man, I am bated breath here.
No, it's not a hallway, you saw. It's actually a room.
Oh my god.
It's actually a pretty big and well put together
It
room.
is.
Large lacquered desk in
Hey.
poor condition at this point. Bookcases against the eastern and southwestern walls, both of them sagging pretty heavily as if they're about to collapse at any moment. Shelves have fallen out by now, and piles of dust at their bases are all that remain of the books and scrolls. There are a few other lacquered wooden frames of what might have been chairs and divans along some of the other walls, but their upholstery has long since fallen apart. But this does appear to be set up as an office of some sort.
An office, you say?
An office, I say, indeed.
Indubitably, no.
Yes.
Search the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. This is where I will ask for a perception check from people.
Specific people or just
Anyone
people
who's
in general?
searching around.
Hell yeah.
Gotta look for heads. You know?
Yeah, like for books. What are you talking about? This is as close to a library as I can find. Yeah.
Turns out Pentheru was a necromancer.
Are there any strange stones in here?
No to all of the above. I mean, there's strange stone, not quite. There are small bits of marble scattered about, like chipped pieces of what looks to be a marble chess set from one point in time. You do not find the board anywhere, and you only find about a third of the pieces, so not really anything in the way of value, but hey, there's a couple bits of marble here and there.
Cool.
The only thing you do find that's of any interest is in one of the drawers of the desk is a brass key.
Oh.
I'll give you a
Let us
guess
see
where
the-
that goes.
A chest.
There's a process to these things.
Gee willikers. It's almost like I had the solution at hand. It's all good. Unfortunately, nothing else of any real interest or value in this room. Time passes and not much has survived here. Nebsu, there's an open door into a room. You see destroyed bits of furniture at a quick glance. That's about it. It's like a foul... Can Nebsu smell? Yes-ish.
Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
ish. Yeah.
Ish. Jury's out. There's like this
Scientific right there.
cloying smell. It's a bit foul, filling the air. Nothing particularly interesting, just as you first open the doors. Interestingly enough, though, as you take a look at this room, while it does appear pretty much same in layout, you'd probably guess these two rooms would have been bedrooms at one point in time. As opposed to the southern room that is pretty blank, what you can see of this northern room has very faded paintings covering the walls from floor to ceiling. But that same sort of like strong odor of decay as well.
Gross.
Well, I'm sorry.
Do the paintings look valuable? Like, are they nice?
They're super faded by this point in time, and they're like murals on the walls rather than something hanging.
So, like, you know, friend came in, painted the baby's room, the nursery.
Kind of, sorta, yeah. They appear to, like, almost depict Wati as it was centuries ago, from what you can make out. Just, like, scenes from what life would be like in the markets and being of a noble family in Wati thousands of years in the past.
I guess just search these two rooms unless something happens.
Yeah. Nope. The creatures that were nesting in here are long dead. Taking a quick look around this room, you do find something, actually. Notably, amidst the debris, there's a large sort of dark wood box, almost like a crate, that is currently sealed. It's... I think, for anyone who knows what this is, it's about the size of like a hope chest. That appears to be in decent-ish condition. And is currently closed.
And it's sealed shut? Or you mean like...
It doesn't have a lock or anything, it's just closed right now.
I'll take this one on an M-suit. And I'll move away from the rest of the party and open it.
Yeah. As you... I mean, it's more so like a tell everyone to get back, because this is a big chest.
Oh, okay.
You lift open the lid and don't get shot. Instead, there's actually a very beautiful white silk Osirion wedding robe laying in the chest.
Uh-oh.
Something you would immediately recognize, Nebsu. While that wedding robe definitely has some value, it is quite fragile with age, most likely, and pretty much any general attempt to remove it will probably ruin it without any sort of magic that could be used in this sort of situation.
Would you say it would fall apart from decay?
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Got him.
I could certainly allow the timeless salts to work on this.
So I think it's the last thing we grab on the way out, and then we just book it back into town.
Well, the
How long do
timeless
they last again?
timeless salts will last 10 days.
No.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Sell it for a pretty penny, and then it decays.
Oh, we
Oh.
can get it somewhere that they can preserve it, put it behind glass or something.
Give them a warning about handling it.
Yeah.
It's for display only.
Okay, yeah. Do you guys
Start.
want to use the timeless salts on this?
I do think we can hold off on actually using it until we're leaving in case we find something more valuable with also decay, just
Okay.
in case.
I will.
then-
Oh, go ahead.
Well, the chest itself, I mean, Darkwood is pretty rare
This.
stuff.
Yeah. Do I? Might have forgotten to add that.
Just to take the whole
in.
chest with us.
Give me one moment, please. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Did I decide that there was enough other treasure and to not give you the box? That is a good question. Ba-da-ba-bum. Okay. Yes. Yep. Theoretically, the box would have some value. Generally, the other items in it are more valuable.
Well, now we have a convenient box to carry it with.
Yeah.
Convenient-ish.
We
Most of
passed on the funerary mask and stuff, so
Mm-hmm.
most of you would be able to tell based off of the size of this large box and the size of the dress inside of it. There are likely things underneath the dress as well.
Wow. So do we just want to use the salts? Well, we can wait. We can wait on that. But I think this is the last room, isn't it?
You guys didn't really do like a thorough search of this room yet, but there's not much to find there. I wouldn't even really require a roll. There is only thing of any interest you would have found in that room is actually an old board game with like it's a lacquered box containing all of the pieces for it actually, which are like several small carved stone playing pieces. And that would
Actually
have a
pretty
bit of
good finding.
value. Yeah. Other than that, though, this room would be the last room you have yet to fully examine, pretty much, on this floor. You did not find any other evidence of floating heads or the like. It seems they have fully been cleared out.
That's good to know.
so now we can go home.
Feasibly.
Or, unless you want to fight skeletons, a centipede, and a scorpion,
No,
and a
thank
snake.
you.
There is technically one room you guys
Yes.
have not
Giant
checked.
scorpion.
There is that small, tiny little outbuilding between where the skeletons and the
Oh,
giant
yeah.
scorpion were that you guys have not checked that. If you really care.
Did we clear the haunt that we put a note to say clear the haunt before leaving?
Can I make a recall knowledge to know what that room would have been used for?
Yeah, go for it. And Usala, you guys did sort of note down that there was the haunt. It'll probably reset. Permanently excising haunts is pretty difficult to do.
Okay.
Yeah. I would have been keeping detailed notes of all the different haunts that we ran into.
Yeah. Nebsu, at best, since it's, next to the outdoor pantry, not quite in the servants' quarters, might have been a granary. But you're really
Not
not
likely to
certain.
Hold anything really valuable.
Probably not.
Yeah. I think we're done here.
Okay. Are you guys taking the wedding dress out with timeless salts, or are you trying to pick up and move the entire chest?
I'd say pick up and move the entire chest.
That would be Nepsu's job, I suppose.
I think
Yep.
it's
Eminem Sue can
probably
still help.
more of a two-person
Bounce back
job.
athletics.
These sorts of things, if I've got the dimensions right in my head, are not the easiest for a single person to carry. They're typically I guess it could be small, 30 to 58 inches in length. Around 18 inches width, about 20 inches tall. So it's probably a bit of a two-person job. It's going to be like moving a large piece of furniture, effectively.
I mean, we can take 2 trips because we also need to get the div's head and we need to wrap up the body.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why did we sell the chariot?
Hey, you know, that
Yeah.
body would fit in the chest. You were looking for something to
Had a
hide it in.
chariot.
Yeah, we gotta get everything else that's in there too.
Silas just asked you guys if you had it about the chariot, I think.
Yeah, you just said you had a chariot, like question mark. Like,
Yeah, we got it from the last place.
It's
I
my
think.
father's.
I'm pretty sure we sold that.
We sold it, yeah.
your father's.
Akentepe, yes. There's stuff you don't know.
There's plenty.
Nebsu's really old. He just
You wanna-
doesn't
you
look
wanna-
it.
You want to show him the thing?
What
You don't
thing?
need to show me. The desert can keep your secrets. Yeah, I think we're good. We'll just head on down and then we go. I guess we'll
Okay.
just wrap up the body and put it on top of the chest.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys begin like foisting that down the stairs with you out into the street proper. As you guys are leaving, by the time you get everything outside, it is. I'll just do the fun little teleport. Whee!
Whee.
Heading outside of the House of Pentheru, leaving it theoretically pretty darn cleared out. You guys, it's about 9 p.m. by the time you guys fully make it outside and begin the trek back into the city proper. There's probably not going to be anywhere open left today to go sell things at, so you'd be looking at either taking it back to someone's house or back to the inn with you tonight if you wanted to try and take care of these things tomorrow. If you wanted to go try and find Panette tonight, you certainly could. It might not be the smartest thing to walk around the city proper lugging a big chest around.
Yeah. Perhaps we could. Is there any way that we could secure that the gate and just come back later, like we did the other day or the last location?
I mean, you can certainly close the gate. There isn't a lock, as far as you can
Okay.
tell. At least
We
not one
stored it at your
anymore.
parents' house.
Where are you all staying?
The inn just next door.
I live with my parents.
We are staying at
The Tooth and
the
Hookah.
Tooth and Hookah, yeah.
Number 18 on the map.
Well, I doubt my characters stay there. I don't know where's the.
That's
I
like
know-
the
yeah,
big
I know, no,
tourist
no, I
trap
understand.
inn.
Yeah, no, it's like Silas actually sleeps outside of the town. I was like, I thought about this. Yeah, he just camps outside. He likes
Yeah.
the desert.
Fair enough. Nothing wrong with that.
Why waste your money, you know? He's got a tent.
Probably
Don't be
stored it
Usala.
at Mom and Emsu's house, right? For the night.
Yeah, I'm an Emsu. If you're okay with that, your parents would probably be fine with it.
Carrying home a sword again?
Well,
Or the
chest
entire
and everything.
chest.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure we could leave that in my room.
Mom, I brought furniture.
Don't do anything with it.
adulting.
It's fragile.
And a dead body. Let's not mention that one.
And I'm engaged. 2 engagement rings.
Right? Your parents are gonna faint from the shock. Without context. Yeah. So if you guys are taking the box and leaving it either at your in-room or at Amenemsu's house for the eve, do you want to try and find Penette tonight? She does live in the Asp district of town. Or do you want to leave that as a job for tomorrow?
We're in the what district?
Asp.
Oh, okay.
Like the snake.
Yeah.
It's hard to see her.
Is it
Which is like the
super
whole
late? Like I know you
south of
said
the
it's
city,
late,
right?
but I don't. I mean, if it's not like she's obviously would be asleep.
I mean,
Yeah.
by the time you guys get to Amenemsu's house, you're probably pushing 9:45 p.m. So it's definitely late.
Does Silas think bad news is best delivered at night or in the morning?
That is a good question.
I feel like she's waited long enough. I think he would want to do it tonight, unless somebody else. I mean, I don't know. It's not. I'm not saying it's not the group decision, but he's like he wants to do it tonight. Plus, then we don't have to just have like a decapitated body with us, or I guess at your parents' house. I mean,
Yeah,
I can't
that's
imagine
probably-
it smells
Or
very
take
good.
It's probably smart. Do that first.
So drop everything off at the house and then take the body and go.
Sure.
Okay.
Alrighty. Thankfully, we've got Silas in the party, who probably remembers where Penette lived. Hopefully. Maybe
I mean,
not.
if you remembered her name, I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty good. Like from like a month ago. Like, oh, I remember her name.
I'll give you
but I
some
don't-
credit for investigating this and
I mean,
remembering
I
the
can roll a
names
recall
of...
knowledge. I'm sure. I'll roll a
victim
natural one, and
families.
we'll just wander around for.
I would say this would
Update.
generally more fall under survival to
Oh, hey, I'm good. at
pseudo
that.
trek. Oh, are you? Fantastic.
Well, good. It's relative. I'm trained in it. I should say.
If you'd like to roll a
He's
public
a
survival
desert
roll here,
dweller.
you're
He's
welcome
got
to.
survival.
A public survival roll, guys. You
Yeah.
hear that? Public.
I'm being so nice.
We get to
Not
know.
great.
That is not going to succeed. Up to you if you want to hero point it.
I don't have any more, so
That is unfortunate.
it's fine. We just don't find it, you know.
You remember the name of Penette, but when you're in Asp, late at night when the sun has gone down, the main district of the city where there was just no engineering oversight or like civic planning to how the city was constructed, it was just twisting alleyways, low buildings, buildings cropping up wherever. It makes it a lot harder to navigate when you really think about it.
Plus, he's a desert guy. Like this is like put him in an urban environment.
Yeah.
It's like wait, like she should be by the water. Like wait, but not every house could be by the water. Then he just gets turned around. I'll have to try tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd say by like 10:45, pretty late, you haven't found it. So you could certainly continue to look, but you'd be she's most likely asleep at this point, and you'd be waking her up.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just wait till tomorrow, I guess.
Okay. Then, where's the body going tonight? Is it going back to Amenemsu's? Is it going back
Silas
to
will take
Tucanuco?
it
Silas
outside
will
the-
take it out of town?
He'll take it out. Yeah, it can be in the sleep outside the
Fantastic.
tent, I guess, with him, but it's wrapped up. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not like it's an enticing body at this point.
You guys will never see Silas again. His whole goal was the corpse.
You didn't realize he's a necromancer, and this is what he came here for, was this body. All goes according to plan.
Fantastic.
Yeah, interesting. I never would have known.
Well, as you guys separate for the eve to head back to your respective places to sleep for the night, that is where we are going to reach level 3.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
So, that'll also be where we end our session for tonight, since we're going to do level ups now. So thank you all for playing. I do so hope you enjoyed. And we'll see what you decide to do with all of these items and the headless corpse next time.
Oh, a lot of stuff.
Yeah, got some decent
Yeah.
value. In,
Oh
stuff
yeah,
to
and
sell.
I'm actually gonna. I'm actually gonna do a little bit better with my fortitude. I tweaked that.
You are struggling a bit right now, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
But it's okay. If it makes you feel better, you're not the only person suffering. Someone else has a disease, perhaps, that they don't yet know about.
Oh, I know I'm diseased.
You're not
I
the only
remember.
one.
Hmm?
I actually think Silas might be the only person who's unaffected right now by anything.
Yep, the desert protects.
So, thank you guys
Well,
for
I
playing.
remember we knew about mine.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
yes, yes.
okay. So, working with Nebsu, I now have tumbling teamwork.
Hey ho!
So anytime, yeah. So now anytime that I do a successful tumble through, that gives you a step around the same, the same. What's it?
Fantastic. By the way, I just realized on Nemsu, how did your acrobatics get to expert? Was that from Duelist?
Let me.
Because
Don't you get one every level?
you get a skill increase every level as rogue, but you still can't make yourself expert until level 3 in something. So
Could be the archetype you took.
Double check.
Duelist
Fine.
does not give expert.
Oh, cheat.
Shame, Amanemsu, shame!
Are we getting a long
No,
rest here?
So acrobatics.
You will be getting a long rest as well,
There.
yes. This is a full long rest, level up to level 3. Enjoy your 3 second rank spell slots, Usala. Please take something that doesn't just target the reflex DC of a flying creature. You know that's a fool's errand.
I'm probably gonna might get rid of animated image. It's not as good as I thought it was.
Yeah. Grab like an attack
Nice.
spell. Benefit from it.
Silas can hold his breath like a
Yeah,
ridiculous.
acrobatics at level 2.
Hey, there you go, Silas.
25 times as long as usual. Like what? It's okay, guys. Like, but hey, it seems right
Amanemsu,
for-
was acrobatics at level 2 just your skill increase to expert?
Yes.
That was
Yes, yes.
technically an illegal move, my good sir.
What? It
Yes.
lets me do it.
Pathbuilder will just let you do
so-
it, I believe, but you cannot increase a skill to expert until 3rd level. That is just how the skill
Really? I have
increase
nothing else I can
restrictions.
spend it on.
You can give yourself an additional lore skill.
Okay.
Always train yourself in a lore.
Probably won't be relevant, but for scouting, pick up the pace.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll spend my level 3 class feat to take the exemplar dedication.
What level 3 class feat?
Exactly.
Any of you
For
take the
my-
exemplar class feat, I'm killing your character.
For my mythic calling, I'll be taking.
Wait, how did you get 3 immediately? Holy shit.
No, I'm actually in the wrong here, Amanemsu. I apologize. Rogue can increase to expert starting at level 2. Huh.
Yay!
Something I have missed up until now. Would you look at that?
You know what? Take another expert just as
As a treat.
Yeah,
apology.
there you go,
As an
okay.
apology.
You are still limited. You cannot go to Master until 7th level, and you cannot go to Legendary
Right.
until 13th. But that's so funny. I never realized that. Huh.
Yeah.
Neat.
I never knew that rule either.
So
Yeah,
I
level
can-
5, I get another skill because of for intelligence. So got to figure out what knowledge to take on that.
Lores.
Must be so hard to be you,
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm over here and I have 5
Don't-
skills
honestly,
that are not
like-
untrained.
Most of my checks are not that great.
Silas, we gotta get you
Oh.
untrained improv. Stat.
No, it's good. He's good
Okay.
at what
Yeah.
he's got acrobatics, nature, survival, performance, and stealth. What
The
else do you
important
need?
skills.
Yeah, he has the life skills. Right? He lives in the desert.
Also, because of my homebrew rules, whatever your background lore is benefiting from additional lore and should auto increase to expert
God
here.
bless. That should just be default base rules.
Nice.
So
Oh well.
your desert
Looks
lore
like
is
my
expert now.
desert lore is now an expert, guys. You better watch out.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, desert lore is great for this.
So I
If you
should know
guys- yeah.
exactly as many spells as I have spell slots, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Don't forget to grab
Well.
the spell you auto-learn from your bloodline,
Yes.
which
Tell me that
is
on my
Dispel Magic
sheet.
at 2nd rank. Hey ho!
Hey ho.
That'll be fun.
Imperial is so good. Like all these spells
Let's
are useful.
try that
Bloodline's
again.
got some pretty solid spells.
When I get my height, I get my my funny signature now.
You do get signature spells.
I guess what do you think I'm gonna do?
Good question. Hmm.
My only spell that scales.
Hmm.
More missiles.
It's fantastic.